All right, I should be good now. Okay. Thanks for letting me know. Just gonna put out a quick put a quick tweet that I'm live and that I'm not dead and I'm surviving. VEVE France? I don't know about that, but I'm just gonna do hashtag all this VEVE stuff. Let's go. Hopefully this works when I... Probably should have put that I'm now live, but it's all right. Go ahead and like, retweet all that stuff that I have on my tweet that I just put out. How's the music, by the way? Is it too low? I feel like it's kind of low. If it's too loud, let me know. I feel like that's good. Or is that too loud? Might be a little bit loud on your guys' end. That's probably perfect. Sick. Hanging out. Let me read some of the chat. Dana Marquez always hanging out. Long time. I did see you the other day on the VEVE Bros channel. It's been a while. It's been a while since I have. Please hit the like button. Of course, dude. Appreciate it. Yeah, I've been studying a lot, obviously, but I've been actually really enjoying hanging out on other content creators' streams and stuff. I was on VEVE Bros the other day, and I think the week, like 2 or 3 days prior to that, I was on my collectibles stream as well. So that was a lot of fun. So there's just something about less stressful, less everything. It's much more casual when you're on someone else's stream. Every content creator will tell you that. It's way easier just being a guest on someone else's stream than having to kind of, I don't know, be under the impression they have to like provide the entertainment constantly, keep up with chat, keep the conversation flowing, all that kind of stuff. So Slider 2333, how's it going, Vibes? Congrats on passing the second test. Thanks, dude. I appreciate it. It was probably one of the hardest tests I've ever probably the hardest test I've ever taken in my life. It was just very stressful. Probably didn't study as much as I should have. I mean, I did have some things kind of going on. Definitely going to the convention and all the fallout after that was definitely set me back a bit on studying, but I was surprised. I was in shock for probably like 15 minutes that I passed the test. I'm like, holy, there's no way, but I did. So it's time next year. Be good, C mate. Yes, sir. Muted. Yeah, no. What's good, Brody? What's up, Smurf? Slider, good. Vibe Tribe here represent. What's up, Pixel Trader? How you been? I appreciate all the people that have stayed as members, even though I've been MIA for a minute. Pixel Trader, I see you down here. Tucson Collectibles. I like that emote. What's that emote? And you got the Eagles, huh? Change the icon, the Eagles. I haven't been following the NFL too closely. I mean, I honestly haven't really followed the NFL that closely in the last like 6 years. Haven't really spent the time to like watch the games or anything like that. I think if I was into fantasy football, I would probably follow the NFL much more closely. I don't know. After playing football for so long, not that I don't like it or anything like that. I just watch the game differently than most other people. And on top of that, it's just strange when I watch my friends or just people at the bar or whatever, where they're rooting for a team, but they're like, it's so strange. They're like, man, I hope, I mean, who's, I don't know, who's a, I don't know. Typing in something random over here, hold on. Yeah, it's like, okay, like Tom Brady, he's on the Buccaneers right now. See, I don't even know like which quarterbacks are on what teams right now. But it's one of those weird things where it's like, man, I hate Tom Brady, but he's on my fantasy league, so I hope he like throws 3 touchdowns and all this stuff. But I hope the Buccaneers still lose. It's just like weird. It's like I hope he does well, but not too well. And I still want the Buccaneers to lose. It's like it's just super strange to me how people like just think that way. But that's just I guess that's part of the appeal of the of like fantasy football and all that stuff. So. Not a bit loud now? Okay, I figured. Because I can see the levels of the music. I feel like once it reaches close to half, that starts getting pretty loud. But usually, like, if I have the levels at, like, 1/4 for music, it's usually perfect. Sup, dog? Heard you're tall IRL. Yeah, dude. I mean, maybe not all of you guys know, but I used to play college football. So I'm technically, like, 6'2.5", maybe almost 6'3". but my dating profile says 6'4", so that's all that you guys need to know. Vive's been able to dunk since 9 years old. No, dude, no. There was a period of time where I used to be able to dunk, but I think there was a period of time in football where I got so heavy, just muscle bound wise, that I just couldn't like get up as a, you know, jump as high as I used to. Probably when I used to do track and like basketball, and I mean I still did football, but when I was in like track and basketball shape, when I was like really lean, just like pound for pound, that was probably like my strongest. But JKill XRP, hello pioneers. Congratulations, so happy. Thanks, Rob Stuff. I really appreciate it, dude. There's a lot of stuff that I've learned in that you know, financial industry and all that stuff. I really think that's some of the basics they should definitely at least teach in like high school. I'm sure there's college classes, but like no college kid is going to take time out of their day to take finance classes or anything like that. Like nothing about, oh, like how to balance a checkbook, or what's the benefit of owning a stock, or what's a bond, or like, you know, why are companies selling debt? Like how the hell does that work? And you know, why do cities give us taxes? Like what's the purpose of that? What's the difference between you know, how do you get tax breaks? How do you know, make money? How do you get into debt? How do you get out of debt? Like all these things, they don't teach any of that in high school, but it would be nice. That's just basic stuff. I mean, you don't have to get super in depth as to, you know, option positions and all that kind of stuff. It's just like, you know, debt is bad. This is how you get into debt. You know, this is how interest works. This is how you know, companies are able to spend more than they actually have. Like all that stuff. It's crazy, but I appreciate you, Rob Stuff, for saying that. Eagles, they're what? Are they 11-1 right now? What's the what's their record? Is that their score right now, or their not their score, but their record? Damn. Yeah, they're kicking ass. Them, and then looks like the Cowboys are second behind them in the NFC East. That's cool. Dude, I remember back in the day when like everyone hated the Cowboys. I mean, I'm sure they still do. I feel like the Cowboys was just the team that everyone just like universally hated. It was like cool to hate the Cowboys. It was almost back in the, it was almost like it was cool to hate Nickelback, right? Like when Nickelback, I love Nickelback. I don't care what anyone says, but it was like cool to hate them, right? So I think it was the same thing with the Cowboys. So I'm glad that they're doing pretty well. Glad to see that they're still doing well, even though Emmitt Smith left a long time ago. Any of you guys that are Cowboy fans, one of my coaches when I used to play football, like one of my coaches for I think 2 years, was Jim Jeffcoat. If you guys know who that is, let me know down in the chat. But he was actually my coach. Like I think I still actually have his like I think I still have his like phone number saved in my phone when we exchanged numbers way back in the day. Super cool dude. Awesome coach. I loved him a lot. When Mike Vick come back? Yeah, unlikely. Once we start getting I was gonna make a joke about dogs, but I probably shouldn't. Delilah, hey Vibes, what's up? Delilah, what's up? I see you with that. Actually, I feel like I should make this little chat box bigger. Chat overlay. Let's go. There we go. That's the chat box we want. That is a Kid Arcade NFT that if you guys buy, it comes with utility. I'm not sure exactly. All I know is that he does giveaways, I think like once a week. Got some pretty cool stuff. I got mine. Let's see if I can pull it up here. Yeah, this is mine. This is actually my OpenSea account right here. You guys can see that. And this is the one I got. Super cool looking. It's Wolverine in the cool like tie-dye vibe thing. My favorite Marvel character by far and away. My favorite X-Men character, all the stuff. And it's like space themed and it has tie-dye and it's like glowing. It was like perfect. I'm like, dude, I have to own this. So that looks super cool. Is it tab back? Is that how I go back? I'm trying to remember what's like the back button. There's a shortcut for it. I don't remember off the top of my head. So I got some fish. I got a drop head, or you guys can't really see that. I got a drop head down here in the corner. Let me just turn off my face. Where's the camera? There, turn off my face. There's a drop head, and then I also got this thing. This is from Superstar Money. But I did get a spawn. So that's spawn, and it's actually a number 42 spawn. So even though it's the rare, which is like the lowest rarity one, I did get a 42, and I've been meaning to sell it, but I've been like, I haven't figured out how to sell it. I need to transfer more ETH. I was trying to use Matic, but then ended up on my ETH account, and it was just such a headache. Like, I could totally see why people haven't even bothered with cryptocurrencies or anything like that, because it's like, oh, you got to buy Bitcoin on Cash App, and then you have to transfer it to Coinbase, and then convert it from Bitcoin to ETH or to Matic, and then you have to transfer that to MetaMask, and then you have to use that. It's like such a headache. So I totally understand. That's exactly the reason why I just kind of avoided crypto for like the longest time. Such a headache. Vibes is the man. He not know. What's up, dude? Dude, it was so nice seeing you at Decon. It was a lot of fun. Appreciate the drinks, of course, but that was a ton of fun, dude. And I still have your poster. I've been meaning to put it up. Still got it literally right here. Nice 2023 poster of Hawaii. I do want to put it up, and I think I will rearrange my room. I just measured the corner of my room right here, and I think it's just wide enough for my desk. So what I might do, just so my bed isn't always showing, I have these two closets that are actually exactly white, and so is the wall here. So I might like put a shelf here so I can like put some collectibles, and I might have the background here. I can put like my calendar or any other physical collectibles I have and stuff. So you ever see All the Right Moves, the Tom Cruise football movie? I haven't seen that. It sounds familiar, but I don't think I've seen that movie. Lila is now, yes, he is. Met him at Decon. Yeah, he's tall. Yeah. Hey Rob, how's the Amazon FBA stuff going? I'm sure it's crazy with holiday spending. I'm sure, dude. I'll let him tell you guys. I'm gonna catch up with chat. Can you do us Saints fans a solid and not discuss NFL? Okay, thanks. Oof. Yeah, that's rough. Tucson Collectibles. I think the Eagles won a lot of games in the second half of the season too. They are incredible over the last 20 games. That's awesome. Yeah, dude. I mean, games are won in the second half. I mean, that's what our coach always said. I mean, you gotta have a fast start, but you gotta finish strong. Games are always won in the second half. And I know it sounds like a no-brainer, where it's like, well, duh, but yes, Big A, I feel that. Oh, the Saints. Oof. Yeah. Rob, are you a Saints fan? I think you were. You might have mentioned it, or you might have worn like a Saints hat at some point. But this guy played on the peripheral of the NFL. We'll talk football here. Yeah, we'll talk football a little bit. I was yeah, whatever. Nice Wolverine NFT, dude. I like it. I really, it's perfect. I love Wolverine. I love the tie-dye like space vibe thing. It's almost like he made it just for me, and I'm like, dude, I have to have that. To be quite honest, I couldn't figure out how to buy it with Matic. I was trying to buy it with Matic, but I think it was stuck on my ETH like wallet, but I needed to convert it to Polygon. And in order to do that, I had to bridge it. But in order to do that, I needed ETH, which I didn't have any. And I needed to buy more ETH. And I'm like, this is such a headache. So I just messaged him. He was nice enough to trade it to me, but I did Venmo him some money for it, like whatever the equivalent was, plus a little bit extra and like cash for it. I know, right? Got an airdrop for holding. Let's go. I grabbed a few more drop heads too. 50% sale ends today. Nice. Yeah, I've been meaning to get some more drop heads. I just have the one that he gave me, which is just a bald a bald drop head, which is very thematic, so I appreciate that. Hey Pixel Trader, it's slower this year than last, but still doing well, mostly slacking because I've been out of commission for a few months with the broken knee. Yeah, I heard about that, dude. I hope you're recovering well. Hope everything's like coming along as like the doctor kind of imagined, and your recovery's a bit quicker, maybe like on pace. Yeah, dude. I mean, thank God you've kind of set yourself up, or kind of busted your ass all the years prior, so that you can kind of like work remote. You don't have to be, you don't have to go to an office. You don't have to do any like crazy construction labor. Like you can still kind of do what you're doing, even with a bum knee. So that's awesome. Right, for now only techno nerds use crypto. Yeah, I need to get more. I need to understand it a bit more. I mean, I do have a lot of people that like, I don't know, Kyle Wilson, Crypto Chris, like all those people know it very, very well. So I know I can hit them up whenever if I'm really, really stuck. But yeah, it was just such a headache. Like I originally wanted to sell my Spawn NFT because I'm like, hey, I got a good number and all that stuff, and like I kind of want to sell it, get some ETH, and use that ETH to buy some other projects, or just to have ETH. Sometimes it's just good to have ETH on hand, ready to, because you never know which projects are going to show up or whatever. Like Slider, yeah, all the extra steps on OpenSea, that's why I don't mess with it much. Yeah, neither do I. I mean, I literally made an OpenSea account because my collectibles was like, hey, like you became a member, you know, I'm gonna give you an airdrop, I'm gonna give you a drop head. I'm like, okay, like if I just need to make an account and I don't have to do anything else, like cool. And same thing, Superstar Money I think gave me an NFT as well when they were doing like a giveaway. So I use this and I'm the slowest person in this chat. Let's go. Hinano flexing the gold bones drop head. Oh, is that what it was? Let me see. Hinano, where are you? Gold bones. Ooh, that's sick. That is sick looking. It's like a sunset. Gives me like an 80s. I mean, I'm looking at a tiny picture, so it's like an 80 vibes, like sunset. But I do like the gold, all gold drop head. That looks awesome. But I get it's a pain sometimes. Yeah. Bob Sales, what's up? What's up, dude? Just went on a full moon night hike in Philly. A full moon night hike in Philly. That's nice. I feel like there was, at first I was thinking you were talking about literally moon night, like the character. And I'm like, okay, then I saw full moon. I'm like, wait, are you like mooning people like out in Philly? Are you gonna get arrested? Like what's going on? My mind is just kind of been all over the place with that sentence. Yeah, I get what you mean, but that's awesome. We're at in Philly, penny back. Let's go. All right, I think I'm slowly catching my chat. But a Saints fan my whole life, so I'm used to losing, but this season has hurt a lot, especially after Monday's game. If you haven't watched Monday's game or anything like that, but that's me and a Niners fan. I mean, it was been a roller coaster this last like decade. Though recently they've been doing pretty well from what I've heard, but again, I haven't followed it that closely. I usually just buy ETH in an app, any platform, then just transfer to Mask and then swap OMI to Matic, Polygon. Yeah. So that's probably what I'll end up doing. I still don't own any OMI, but I will be probably buying some very soon now that like I'll probably be starting up my job pretty soon. I think they do give me a small bonus for passing all my licensing stuff, so I might use some of that to buy some OMI. The Saints suck. That's how I imagine you said it. Saints suck. Pennyback Environmental Center. Next one is in January. Nice. And swapping is a pain. I used to hang out at the Environmental Center. Crossed fingers for FA Wolverine in 2023. I mean, we might get it the VEVE Christmas, right? We got 12 days of VEVE that was announced. It was announced today, but I think it starts, let me pull it up here for you guys. You guys, all of you guys have probably heard of it. I'm gonna pull it up for you guys. I should probably know this by now. Let's also clear that chat. Maximize this. Did they announce it? Or was that ecomi? Oh, there it is, right here. To fill your fart with a holiday cheer, we're launching the biggest giveaway of the year. It's the return of 12 days of VEVE, 10 winners a day, no spinning a wheel, thank God. That was just kind of annoying. I don't know. I'm kind of glad they're doing this now. It's just randomized winners. Entries open this Friday, especially since like the wheel wasn't obviously accurate to like, I remember it was like a 50-50 chance of you winning or losing, but there was a 99.9% chance you were going to lose. So it was just weird. Entries open this Friday, 9th of December at midnight. More info soon. So 9th of December at midnight. So I guess you could start technically as late as, yeah, like Friday, early morning if you wanted to. So technically what, like 1 a.m. Friday morning if you wanted to. And I guess is that technically the start of 12 days of VEVE? So that means it ends, what, on the 21st, 22nd, something like that? Maybe it ends just shy, which is probably smart to maybe have the 12 days not run through Christmas. Kind of curious to see if it like actually runs through Christmas or not. It was a fun time at DCon. Rough mornings. Did you buy a Galactica, or are you waiting until after the snapshot to scoop it up cheaper? So that's what I've been debating. To be honest, like I'm already, what's it? Net feed, market, collection. So I actually I didn't buy one off I bought this one off the market. So right now the floor is 42. I actually managed to get this one off the market at 40. I don't know if you can see that. So I got this one for 40 in the market. So I got one, but I don't own the, God, what the hell is it called? I don't want to just call it the ship. I thought this had like a nickname, not the BS-75. I thought this had like a nickname. Colonial ship, I guess so. No, I don't own this though. So I'm kind of waiting, like debating on, I mean, we have time, right? We have till the 13th. So we have 6 days. Actually just shy of 6 days because it's on the 13th. So like 5 days. Worst case scenario, I just buy this. I mean, I do want to get the airdrop. To be quite honest, I'll probably, if I get the airdrop, I might floor these on the 14th and like just rebuy, because I really think some of these could go down to like 20 gems and I could just buy two. Like I'd rather just get the airdrop, hopefully, if the snapshot works, and sell it. I mean, this price will probably go down to, it'll go down to like 28 like immediately, and then it might stagnate around like 20ish or something like that. Then it's obviously going to go back up. I mean, I like these, and if you're a Battlestar Galactica fan, you actually want multiples of these, probably like 3. I think that's how much was in the show, was like 3 of these at any given point. And of course there was the one ship, which kind of makes sense, which is weird because there's 8,000 of these, or 750 of these minted. I know VV holds some, but I'm not counting that. And is this a store? Are they gonna have the ships there? There we go. It's funny because there's 750 minted of that other one, and there's only like 550 minted of this. So I'm trying to basically make short-term profit on the ships and just basically rebuy. And same thing with the secret rare. Honestly, I'm probably just gonna floor it. I don't really care for the medallion too much. Like it looks all right, but I'm not a big enough fan that I would hold something that's worth like, 100 gems or 80 or 90 gems. I'd rather just sell it and just get more ships or just buy other stuff. That's just kind of my take. V road? I don't know. Yeah, man, gotta rep the drop head. Let's go. The environment minister property is where the last battle of the Revolutionary War happened. Really? Oh, that's cool. I missed FA lights. Yeah, so I actually missed the Mickey drop today because I was literally taking my test. So I missed the Batman drop. That's what I assume you're talking about. I assume you're talking about this light. I ended up getting 2 of these. I just bought 2 on the drop. I probably could have bought a few more when it was like down to 14. And I was gonna just like resell them if they like ran up to 17, which they did. They actually ran up to like 19 at one point for a very brief period of time. But I think they're kind of done. I mean, the hype, not necessarily the hype is over, but I think people are happy with the positions they have, and I don't see people buying 100 more of these or something like that. Unlikely. Right around the corner from me, yeah, VV Arcade was so cool enough to do the transaction that way. For us too, transferring and converting is such a headache, yes. Plus you save on gas fees, and he made a bit more because I think, I don't know, it was a good deal. I think I overpaid a bit, but I was more than happy to do it. It's such a cool guy, and I do think if I do get tattoos, like at some point, I told him like, dude, I will drive up because I'm in like Phoenix area, Scottsdale. And I told him like, dude, I will drive up to Vegas. Like if I was going to get a tattoo, and obviously we would probably talk way ahead of time and look at the art and all that stuff. But I'm like, dude, I do want it because A, he's an amazing artist, but 2, he's also a nerd. Like he likes the same stuff I do. Like he likes space, he likes comics and Marvel and all that stuff. And like if I did get tattoos, I do want to get pictures of like kind of like a space, like a swirling space galaxy, and I have like Wolverine and like Gandalf and like probably the Enterprise like flying across, and like all this just kind of like crazy nerdy stuff. And so I know he would be the best person for that because he likes it himself. Was a retreat really? What does FBA stand for? Fulfillment by Amazon is what FBA stands for. You buy the stuff, you have Amazon hold it, ship it, do the returns, do all the stuff. I mean, this is the shorthand version of it. And you can make the profit. So obviously Amazon takes a decent chunk of it, but you don't have to deal with any of the returns, customer complaints, any of that stuff. I'm probably extremely oversimplifying it, but that's pretty much how it works. And some people do stuff with Alibaba where they buy, I don't know, you know, they buy a calendar like this, a Hawaii calendar on Alibaba for 35 cents, but they sell it on Amazon for $5, you know. Huge profit margins, but there's like 45 steps between you starting it and then it being sold to the customer. There's a lot of steps. So Jay, have you heard about the Boina box stuff? I'm scared to look that up or Google it. I used to live in Parkcrest. Solely, oh, you're probably saying street names. Remember the 2010 Saints Super Bowl win? It was pretty special. I kind of remember that too. I remember that. They were announcing his name tomorrow. You've been waiting for that boy in the box stuff. Nice to see you back, man. I haven't been going for too many drops. Haven't been going for too many drops recently, and have been more selective about what I go for. How about you? Hoping for another 1K comic this month like last year. That would be really cool. That's actually a really good call, Austin. They could definitely do that. Just give us like another 1,000 comic. I hope it's something like Amazing Spider-Man 252, where it's not like it's maybe it's a comic that has a really good story, but not like a crazy FA or anything like that. That's super significant. Hope not. Hope they don't do like Hulk 181 and there's only 1,000 mints. I'm like, oh, like obviously I'm not going to get it, but someone else might get it or whatever. But no, that's a good call. I really think they could do that. But I've been pretty selective with my drops too. Like if we look at all the drops, I could tell you which ones. Nova, I haven't done any research. I mean, I might try. I mean, sometimes the comics I'm willing to just give it a shot. If it has a semi-significant FA, but if it's just like a no-namer or it's a whatever comic, I don't. I couldn't play this Mickey Mouse one because I was gone. I think I did. I don't think I did. I think I overslept for this comic drop, which probably ended up working in my favor. I just bought a common for like 250, like 2 gems. I bought 2 of the bat lights, which I don't know. I probably should have sold them when they were like at above 19. I guess they're cool. Battlestar, I didn't play the drop. I did play this one, and I got the ultra rare Rogue comic, so that was nice. I don't think I went for the Strange Tale one. I skipped that. I skipped She-Hulk. Obviously, the 101s I couldn't do. I skipped the Tarzan. What I should have done for the Star Wars, apparently, was to freaking go for what's-her-face, the secret rare. Manito Bon or Manito Bon or whatever the heck her name is. Apparently, I should have went for that instead. Because that's the one that's like still... Because how much is this? This is going for 118 still in the market. Are people buying it? Maybe. But the fact that it isn't down to like 60 gems means that people are at least buying, or at least like holding for a bit longer. I did go for... I think I went for this Hercules one. I think I just ended up with the common. Didn't go for the poster. I mean, that was an airdrop. Didn't go for these. I didn't really go for a lot of the decon ones, to be quite honest. I usually either forgot or I was like too intoxicated to go for the drop, to be quite honest. So everyone was going nuts in New Orleans that win. And I went outside. And all you could hear was people screaming in the streets, launching fireworks, honking horns. It was absolutely nuts. Nice, dude. Apologies if discovered, but have you had any accounts merged yet? But have any accounts merged yet? Not yet. I mean, they've been saying for a while, like, oh, before the end of the year, before 2021 or 2023. Who knows? I do have one account that I would like to get merged that has like an ultra rare Vader, a couple secret rare comics, a couple other good things too. But it's nothing. It's not as big as like my main account, but it does have a good amount of stuff. And I believe you can merge up to 5 accounts. Correct me if I'm wrong. New sports category would be exciting on VEVE. If done right, it could be huge and bring in a totally different audience. I agree. As much as I would hate for that to happen, because I'm a big nerd, like I kind of want to keep VEVE to myself as like this like nerdy like project where like Marvel and comics and space and all these like cool like IPs and stuff can hang out. Like I do think there are a lot of people that are sports fans that are also like these kind of IPs too, right? So I feel like it would bring in too many normies, quote unquote, but at the same time I do think it'd be very helpful. And yeah, it would definitely help out the app. I'm just not sure how the whole licensing thing is working out with VEVE in sports. Let me actually scoot this over. Perfect. Big A, you said they already have an NFLPA license. They could do individual players right now. Okay, so they can do individual players. Nice. I made the bad, funniest mistake. I managed to send my spawn NFT to my VeVe address, so it's lost. Really? Double check you're not good. Yeah, double check your listings. I mean, I know it wasn't exactly VeVe. I mean, technically VeVe was involved, but that's so weird. Maybe contact, I don't know, like support. I have no idea who you would even contact for something like that, but it sucks that, is it just lost forever? Or maybe it's there, but you just can't see it, and like eventually you'll see it in the VeVe-verse. I think that's kind of the point, right? Like what we saw from the VeVe-verse, they said you could bring in NFTs from other projects or other platforms. So maybe it's not lost. Maybe you just can't see it. I have no idea. There was a 6 spawn drop today on Oddkey, a 3D Violator clown and Santa Slayer limited to 100. Huh. On Oddkey. Yeah, Oddkey is where they have that FA spawn, right? Like the blockchain FA of spawn. I have a friend that has one of those. I wanted to get one, but again, this was months ago and I couldn't even comprehend how to even use Matic or what the hell it even was, so I didn't bother. No, I mean your background light. Sorry. Oh, okay, no worries. I mean, I could change the colors too. What are you guys feeling? Let's try this. There we go. A bit more blue. How about this? Like more of like an aqua, like ocean kind of feel. Congrats, you burned the first spawn NFT. That's true. You burned the first one. I've been collecting some of the different FA spawn items, digital, physical, and eventually comic. That's nice. That's cool. I have the physical toys. I have 3 of them. I mean, I can show you guys. I didn't know what to buy on the spawn store, but I just got 3 of these. This was the him and the throne, you know, the trash throne or whatever. And they sold out. They actually sold out, and I was like, oh yeah, like they sold out, let's go. Then I see it back on the store for less than what it was when I initially bought it. I think you can buy it on the Todd McFarlane toy store for I think $30 now, and before it was 35. Arcade is a hugely talented guy, dude, for real. He's really good. To be honest, like when I first saw him, I thought he was just some like goofy guy, and he did like some art, and I'm like, whatever. But like once I saw his artwork and how much effort he puts in and the amount of energy he has and how cool he is, and I saw him at DCon and we talked for a bit, like that dude's super talented. I remember this is artwork with Dr. Doom. He did one recently of like a red bat cowl. Looks amazing. Yeah, his work is sick. It is really, really good. I have 2 Galacticas and 2 base stars. I'll probably floor 3 ships after Snap, and I'll sell 1 medallion on airdrop. I want to keep 1 original mint. That's a good call. I like that Hinano. That's a good call. I'm not sure if I'll keep. I don't mind not having like original mints and stuff like that, but I do want to. I want to have. My goal is to have at least 1 of the Galacticas and probably like 2 base stars after everything is said and done. And if I can grab all 3 for like 60 gems total, like if each of them are like 20 gems, I'll be happy with that. That's kind of my goal. I'm down for any sci-fi on VeVe. That's my favorite genre, so I'll grab the BSG ships after the snapshot. Need to buy some Babylon 5 next. I don't think I've ever seen Babylon 5. I've heard of it. Another movie that my friend has been telling me to watch. It's called Event Horizon, I think. It's like a space movie, which might have some ties to like Warhammer 40k. I don't know exactly, but my old roommate told me about that. He's like, dude, you have to see it. I'm like, dude, I know I've heard of it a million times, but I just haven't seen it. Yeah, maybe I'll watch it sometime. I need to write down all these movies, or maybe I need to get movie recommendations from you guys, and maybe I'll watch them or something. Boy in the Box is a 50-year-old cold case in Philly, huh? Crazy. I don't know, dude. Like sometimes I do get on that kick where I watch a bunch of like murder mysteries and cold cases and all that stuff, but dude, after I watch it for a few hours and sometimes like how graphic they get, I just have to stop. Like could I keep watching? Sure, but sometimes I'm just like, all right, I'm kind of over this. Yeah, like 60 or more than 60, yeah. Sam Gito, aka Photographer Raptor. Good to see you too, dude. How you feeling? Smoking and token? Chilling? Nah, it sits at 118. I had some friends who lived in Avenue. Okay, just skip that. You guys are talking. I'm gonna let you guys like talk. I don't need to read what you guys are talking about. Otkey has a sick 1 of 1 Todds on Solana. I think that's the other one too. I haven't really looked too much into that. I could see the token low, but I can't access the wallet. I think VeVe would be able to. Must have been searching IMX the previous night and somehow put that spawn site rather than MetaMask. Yeah, I would either contact VeVe and or IMX or just somewhere. I mean, there's got to be some way that you can get it back, or VeVe might just say like, hey, it's here, we can't access it, but yo, when like the VeVeverse or any of that shit kind of comes out, maybe you can. I have no idea how that works, but I can only laugh. That's all you can do, dude. And just laugh about it, because you can't do anything about it now, right? That's how I am. Like when something, I would say like terrible, when something like that happens, or if something like bad happens, and especially if it's my own fault and there's nothing I can do, like I'll get upset initially, but then I just start laughing. I'm like, that was dumb. I don't know, that was silly, should have known. Do you collect any physical items like trading cards? Disney's coming out with their own trading card game. That's what TCG stands for, trading card game. Disney Lorcana. And they will have first edition prints, pre-release FA cards, graded are thousands on eBay. Really? I haven't looked at that. I don't really collect stuff physically. Honestly, that Spawn stuff is like probably the first thing I've ever bought that I just like buy and it just sits there. Like that's the first time like legit I've ever bought something. So it's not gonna be the last thing. Eventually I do want to grab a couple comics. I do want to grab some other physicals, maybe like a poster from VV Arcade or whatever. Like I do want to have that like in the background. Like that dude has amazing art. So I do want to have like more physical stuff, but at the same time, like my room is probably a little bit smaller than my old place, but the location's way better. It's closer to my work and all that kind of stuff. But that's the other thing too, is like I only have so much space like at my place. So good thing we have these things called digital collectibles, right? Don't need space for that. Event Horizon is a 5 out of 5 star movie. I've heard. I do want to watch it. Sam Neill's in Event Horizon. It is really good. Okay. Tucson Collectibles? What? Are you a store? I live in Tucson. I believe he used to live in Tucson. Not anymore. He was excited. He wanted to support the local businesses. It's like, I'm beyond that. Like, Tucson Collectibles, come back. He's like, I've told you I've retired. I'm not selling anymore. I'm just buying. I'm out of here. I've left that part of me is gone. Big A, haven't looked at what the McFarlane NFTs are selling for. What was the purchase of collectibles worth it? The grand scheme of things, to be honest, probably not. I mean, I could look at this is the Spawn ones right now. This is on OpenSea, not the actual like Todd McFarlane store, because I don't think you can look at the sales history of like NFTs that are sold and stuff on the McFarlane website, as far as I know. Analytics, I have no idea how to navigate this. I'll be honest, guys. Like, I have no idea how to navigate this. So, like, this is the first time I've done it. Like, all I know is like, I'm gonna go to the homepage, I'm gonna click analytics, and I'm gonna go from there. So it looks like maybe one sold for 0.06 ETH, and then there's 2 sales. Wow, it looks like number of sales, average price. Okay, so we had half an ETH worth of Spawn stuff. So 2 of them were sold for 0.26. This is the average price. So I'm not sure if that's 2 sales of both exactly 0.26, or maybe it was just 2 sales. Maybe one was really high and the other one's a bit lower, but it just averages out. Who knows? But yeah, since then, I mean, like literally since the Spawn project was released, there's been 3 sales on OpenSea. There could be more on the Spawn. Yeah, actually, here's the 3 sales right here. So 0.06, 0.30, and then 0.2. I mean, these are, how much is that? Like, in like cash. That's 0.2 ETH. Can you guys hear that outside? Dude, I swear my new apartment, there's just like a... hold on. Sorry about that. Yeah, there's been 3 sales. I mean, how much is that? That's going to be quite a bit. 0.3 ETH. That's going to be quite a bit. 70 bucks. 0.3 ETH. Isn't 1 ETH right now? I mean, how much is ETH right now? I mean, I could probably look it up if I wasn't so damn lazy, but... There's Todd McFarlane boxes all over my house. Yeah. Well, I only bought 3. I didn't do the $300. I just did like the $100 thing. I'm shipping my Todd stuff to my nephews. It's sitting out in my living room too. Dude, that's not bad, dude. 500 bucks. But I mean, that is, of course, I mean, the guy did get, I think he got the bloody variant of the clown, which I think is the rarer variant of this guy. Because I think there's like the normal clown variant, and then there's like the more, dude, what is the shortcut to... I think there's a shortcut to go. I think it's Alt. There we go. I think I figured it out. There we go. All right. I don't have to close out of it. 360. Yeah, whatever. I'm assuming 1.5K ETH. Yeah, whatever it is. I mean, it's more than 100 bucks. Let's just say that. It's more than 100 bucks. So you at least got more than your investment, right? I ended up with 13 spawn and friend NFTs. Nice. I don't know why it does this song. Also, this should be shuffling. I don't know why it's not. And there it goes. Cool, cool. Not bad. I mean, I do want to sell my spawn because a mint 42 is pretty darn low, even though it's only the rare variant or like, you know, the most common variant of spawn. I feel like I get a good amount, but again, I'm just trying to figure out the whole E thing. Right about 360 to 400. ETH is 1200. Yeah, gotcha. Cool, cool. So what else do we have going on? I'm kind of curious to see how the new comics are doing, because I couldn't even play the drop with the comics. And by the way, I meant to ask you guys, are you guys having this issue on VEVE where you click brands and like, let's say I wanted to look up the VEVE logo, and I mean, you can click either of these icons, right? I click it and it just takes me to, it doesn't take me to the VEVE logo. It just takes me to all collectibles, which is pretty annoying. Whatever's causing that, I hope VEVE fixes. So we got all these. I haven't paid attention to these at all. So this is sitting at box price. I remember these were $10 and not the typical $7. These are actually below box price. Why is this cheaper? I guess it's not the classic cover, but this is like the Italy cover, right? Like, this is also another exclusive cover. It's not just like a random black and white version like the other ones. This is common gold and gold trilogy variant. That sounds cool. I guess this isn't the original. I guess this is probably the gold trilogy that came out later. I don't know. Italian variant is rare. Blue platinum, new Italian variant, and then the ultimate variant. Cool, cool, cool. Market. Let's go back here. Let's check out the rare. At 18, 19, okay. So it's doing pretty well. So the Italian variant is actually going up pretty significantly. Let's go. Not bad for a new project in bear market. Very true. We stacking GM poos, ducks, or homers? I haven't looked at the prices, and to be honest, I'd probably still wait on that stuff. I've been saying like just wait for like 8 months. I feel like. Hinanu, thank you so much. Hinano, sorry. Hinano, thank you so much for the $5, dude. Just got home vibes. Have a good evening. I appreciate it, dude. I do not know why my notification thing did not go off. It should have been going off. I don't know. There might be something I have to mess with to like turn that on at some point, but or there it goes. Guess it's over there or over here. But dude, thank you so much. That just took like a full minute for it to show up. That was weird. But dude, I really appreciate it. Thank you. Big Game, my collectibles had the same bug on stream yesterday. Search wasn't working. Oof. Today's Disney comics are worthless IRL, but the SR has pumped. I felt dumb paying 190, but it pumped. Yeah, dude, it's up right now. Last I checked, it's like 250. I don't know if people are putting a lot of value on this because it's the first Disney comic on the blockchain or on VEVE or whatever the deal is, but I mean, it's not going to hold this value. Not financial advice, and that's another thing I'm kind of learning is I can't be making such bold statements, but I mean, you have to think for this price point. I mean, let's do this. Let's play a game. So at let's just say 250, because that's basically the floor price. What can you get between 235 and 255 right now on the market? So that's where this is right now. You can get this D-Gen dungeon thing. You can get Blue and Beta. You can get a secret rare Eye of Agamotto. You can buy a C3PO for 245 right now. You can get a white backstab Labbit. Let's go even lower. Let's go down to like 200. Maybe even push this up to like 275. Just looking at options here, right? Like, what are some NFTs that are available right now that people might not, you know, people are willing to sell their secret rare? Like, dude, straight up, I'd be willing, me personally, I'd be willing to sell my secret rare to buy another uncommon Amazing Fantasy. Right? That's me. Or secret rare Ghost Rider. I would totally 1-for-1 a Disney secret rare for a Ghost Rider secret rare. That's just me. You know, I mean, the golden moments, and like, it's funny looking back now, like, there's quite a few golden moments, but at the same time, they are still the first. This series is still the first, and I think that's still going to hold special value. And then Secret Rare Deadpool, of course, first appearance. I mean, that's just me personally. Like, you kind of have to look and see, like, how many, you know, of the, let's say 100 people that hold the secret rare or whatever, like, all it takes is a couple people to be like, you know what? Yeah, I'd be willing to sell mine to grab a uncommon Amazing Fantasy or grab a secret rare Marvel Spotlight or whatever. That's just my take, right? What do I know? Let's go back here. More or less true, but it's the first Disney co I see on blockchain is the reasoning behind having some extra value. That makes, I mean, I guess it makes sense. To be quite honest, I'm more than happy to just like let this go. Like, okay, maybe I'll buy a common just because it's the classic cover, but like, I'm not going to chase this personally. And if I'm wrong, then so be it. I mean, that's the nice thing about VEVE is like, there's so many angles you can take marketing wise or speculation or whatever. And like, I mean, you could take 5 different angles and you could be wrong on 3 of them, but you only need like 1 or 2 to work out for it to pay off, right? Potentially. Who knows? Hope they release more big comics like Mickey Comic, 103 pages, but it's for $10. Oh, like just value for page wise, just like how much content you get for the page. I mean, that's pretty cool. I don't really think about that. Yeah, it's 103 pages. That's, and if, I mean, the interior is all the same, so I mean, I do like I'm trying to think like which cover I like the most. I mean, all the covers are pretty cool, but like, I mean, I think the uncommon looks kind of cool too. Like, they're all on this sword. It's definitely the most unique looking one, I would say, of all 4 or 5, and that's the cheapest one. So like, buying one isn't bad, but I'm not gonna buy like 15 of them and stack it. I buy stuff substantially under the floors. This NFT tracker thing is cool. Yeah, dude, you should check it out. Here, I'll show you. It's just literally just called My NFT Tracker. My favorite part, and this is, I use different tools. Like, I don't limit myself to just, you know, as much as I love ecomi wiki so far as I know he's made some updates and stuff so far. There is no price range thing you can enter in. My NFT Tracker allows you to just straight up be like, all right, let's say this, 250 to 500. You're like, all right, I want to find NFTs between 250 and 500. I want comics and ultra rares. you know, and it's like, hey, look, I can buy an ultra rare Kang, first appearance of Kang for 300. I can buy an ultra rare Marvel Comics #1 for this price range. Like, you can totally do that. Or if you wanted to buy, you know, let's say you have 250 and you want to buy like a bunch of comics. It's like, all right, I want to buy a stack of 10 comics or whatever, of rares, VV exclusive covers, but I want to get like the cheaper ones. I mean, Journey into Mystery and Uncanny X-Men #4, pretty nice. Get a nice, you can buy 10 of these for like 250, right? Or 200. Oh, same thing with Strange Tales 110, like that too. It's like, I mean, I really like, this is my favorite feature of it. I do think the NFT vault thing is very good too. I haven't really messed with it, but I just love the search functionality of this. It makes it so easy. The only issue with this is that I think it only updates the price once, maybe twice a day. So some of the stuff could be a little out of date, or it could be, the price could be off, but I mean, we're in a bear market. Like, most stuff is just moving down. It's not really moving up. So, but yeah, my NFT tracker is really, really good. I like it. 250 close to Miles or R2 at 200. Yeah, like all those are good. And so that's what I mean. It's like, you know, you got to look at alternatives. Like, I think that's a good test to do that I like to doing was like, is this thing going to hold its value? And I look at other NFTs for like the same price range. Or you can maybe even look at half the price, where it's like, all right, is someone going to hold this, or are they more likely to buy 2 R2D2s or buy an R2D2 plus something else? Like, would I do that trade? And if the answer is yes, I mean, it depends on a whole bunch of variables, right? Like what it is, but remember that Disney peeps are a certain breed on VeVe, so Disney comic. So a Disney comic has twice the audience. That is true. That is true. Namor at 77 gems was over 300 pre-snapshot. Yeah. I think because people knew like we were getting like a Black Panther airdrop or whatever, which I think that's also an FA, right? Because she's like a different Black Panther. She's not the T'Challa Black Panther. I think if I go to drops, I believe that's how this works. I thought they usually show airdrops here. I thought they did. Maybe not. Store drops. Maybe we'll do collectibles. Maybe not. Okay, never mind. I don't know. I'm sure she's FA. Namor down, but Black Panther Shuri is still up. Yeah, the Shuri thing, that's the other thing too I was going to do. Is I was going to look up Shuri. Will that work? Oh, there she is. 150 or 160, that's still pretty good. Didn't she run to like 200 at one point? Let's find out. Will Shuri work? I change it to drop dates. Just, yeah, this looks to be a bit off too. It's just showing repeats now. That's a bit weird. Oh well. Some errors in the API. It's affecting everything. Skynet. I think it's Skynet. If you guys know what Skynet is, let me know down in the comments. If you guys know what I mean by that. It should be pretty easy for some of you old timers. Yeah, the dumps after airdrops are always brutal. Yeah, I'm fully expecting it with Battlestar Galactica. I'm fully expecting the dumps. And like I said, it's teased, you know, the star drop, the starship, the base star, I should say. Or it's at 40 whatever right now. Last I checked it was at 42, but that will go down to like 19, probably 18. Like, it's just gonna get dumped so hard. So my NFT tracker needs 1 week and 1 month trends, so you can see what really cheap over a decent time, not just 24 hours. Yeah, I think it has both. Let's just pull this up. Yeah, it has a 24-hour, 3-day, 7-day, 30-day. Obviously, I mean, obviously this drop isn't even 30 days old, but all the options are here. That's cool. Actually, maybe we'll see Shuri on here. We can check it out there. Was the airdrop this far ago or this like long ago? It's just, is this, what's it called? It's not Black Panther. It's not, okay, it is Black Panther. The hell? Okay, I guess it never went above 170. Huh, I don't know. If you like Flash, FA Flash under 40 gems, almost 70% down from retail price. You know what, Pixel Trader? I was eyeballing that. There was actually a small handful of collectibles I was going to mention, and that was one of them. I was just like, hey, by the way, I'm not telling you to buy it, but if you are fans of this, you know, this collectible or this comic or whatever, like, it's pretty darn cheap, and that is one of them right now, which is this still F Flash? Yeah, if you look at this, I mean, box price was 120. We look at the list price, 38 gems for FA Flash, by the way. First appearance, Flash. First appearance on blockchain, debatable, who cares? But as long as it says first appearance on VeVe, right? Need some water. Not a bad time, but I will say this. Before you start buying a bunch of stuff, wait till after the merge. Because that's what I'm going to do. Wait till after the merge. Because I do think prices are going to drop even further after the merge. There's, you know, I have my account with like a handful of collectibles. And I can tell you off right now, there's probably 1 or 2 collectibles I'll probably sell pretty quick when I get it. Nothing like too crazy, not like ultra rare Vaders, secret rare comics, but it's just like a couple things where I'm like, I don't really want this anymore, whatever. And I bet a lot of people are thinking that way, or a lot of people just want a little bit extra liquidity in their account, or maybe they have NFTs or they actually have gems tied up on a different account and they want to buy something else. So just wait till after the merge before you start going on like a huge spending spree. I mean, unless you want to, like, totally go for it. If you feel like the inverse might happen, where like, oh, well, now people are accumulating gems because maybe they had 3 accounts with gems on it and now they have an extra 500 gems to spend. Who knows? I mean, that could happen too, but just be ready. I've been buying the Flash statues. I knew you would. I do need to get one, and I can afford one. I think it just go a little bit lower. I'm just saying. I'm waiting post merge. I do think that is the buying sentiment to make the moves. I almost forgot. I got my NFT physical Funko signed by William Shatner at a convention last week. I'm going to get it graded. Dude, that's awesome. William Shatner, let's go. Did he give you the double fist hit over the back of the head, Captain Kirk style? Jimbo Lee Lingo, what's up, dude? What up, Master VV Vibes? It's going great, dude. I do have your logo thing behind me. It's just hard to see. Because I do want to. I need to fix my streaming setup so it's easier to show all these. You can barely see it, but it's back there. But I do want to change my setup where like the thing is closer. So yeah. But Jimbo Lee Lingo, thank you so much, dude. And to be quite honest, like I heard your name a handful of times before I met you at Decon, but I didn't really know who you were. I remember seeing your profile picture with like the cool glasses. I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. But dude, it totally caught me out of left field that I just got this like really cool VV logo. So I appreciate that, dude. Terminator, which by the way, that'd be another fantastic IP to get. Terminator, you get a Sarah Connor, you get the T1000, I think that was Arnold, and then the was it the 3000? Was that the liquid guy? You guys might have to correct me on that. It's been a while since I've watched Terminator, but dude, that'd be awesome. But knowing all the IPs recently, they're probably going to sell some of the new Terminator bullshit, like, you know, Dark Fate and Genesis or whatever the hell the newer ones came out. They'll probably get rid of, they'll probably do those first, and then like, oh, first appearance of Arnold or Terminator T1000, whatever, first. So those are the two ones I would want, is the T1000 or Arnold, if they are allowed to use his likeness, and then Sarah Connor. Like, those are the two I would definitely want personally. Subby Zero, what's up, dude? Yo, vibes. Chilling. Shit. Bob Sales, that was the worst dump on an airdrop. Yeah. We'll see how bad Battlestar Galactica is. I feel like Battlestar, people are strictly going for it on the airdrop, not even just because it's, at least Marvel, there's like a redeeming quality where it's like, all right, it's Marvel, there's recent movies about it, all that stuff. Even though I did hear there are some rumors that like there might be some more Battlestar Galactica coming out, maybe a new show, I have no idea. But that's just gonna get dumped so hard. It's gonna be painful. You're gonna need some God, I'm gonna say disgusting, some hemorrhoid cream with that dump. It's gonna be bad. Battlestar. Word, that is the Flash movie is actually good. I don't know if it's, I don't think it's gonna rely on the Flash movie. I mean, so far we've seen it with what, like Miles Morales and like the Batman movie, and that, like, I feel like movies that come out recently aren't affecting prices too much. Maybe the market is just too much in the shitter to matter. But even if the Flash movie was good, bad, or if there was no Flash movie, I don't think it's going to affect the pricing on VV too much. Maybe a handful of people might buy a few, but it's not like this is going to run up to like 70 gems because the movie came out. Yeah, the Flash statue is the one I was thinking is way undervalued. I think, dude, he's a Justice League member. He's definitely one of the most he's my favorite character of just DC overall. Like, I like Batman, I like Superman and Wonder Woman and Martian Manhunter and Cyborg. I like those guys. If I had to rate them in order, if I would do like Flash, then probably Batman, then Superman, then Wonder Woman, then I don't know too much about Martian Manhunter or any of that stuff. I haven't really watched like the shows or comics or anything like that about him too much. And Cyborg is probably last, just because, again, I don't know much about him. No, I'm talking about the main page where you can list every collectible and comic and buy what's most up or down. So the weird thing about this on the VV page, like, so you could do that on the app for sure. So on the app, if you go to the collectibles tab on the app and just go to collectibles or comics, it'll show you whatever is the most newly listed collectibles, and sometimes you can snipe some floors. Like, there's been times where I find comics that are just like straight up 40% off the floor, and I'm like, cool. Like, they list a comic for like $1.80, and the floor is like, I don't know, $2.20. I'm like, cool, that's like 40% off. I'll take it, whatever. If it's a good comic. If it's a double F tier, I don't bother. But on the VV like web page, like we see here, it never updates. It's been like this for like hours. Like, it always shows the bat signal, the rewind logo, the She-Hulk, Obi-Wan. Like, I don't know if it just updates once every day and it just keeps that order all the time. I have no idea. But I mean, we saw earlier, like, this thing is still here, this is still here. Like, it's the same order all the time. But if you go in the app and go on collectibles, I mean, you could just refresh that page and it's always going to show you the most recent thing that's been listed. So, like Walt, actually, there's a Walt listed right now. Walt for 3.1K. Who would have thought? That thing was what, 40K at one point? Yeesh. My collectibles, what's up? Vibes, let's go! Let's go! A merge will most likely merge will pump most KYC collectibles like Miles, in my opinion. Yeah, like collectibles post KYC. That's an interesting thought too, because that's a good cutoff point. It's basically after Boba Fett. Boba Fett was the last drop that was non-KYC, so obviously that was botted to hell. But that didn't help the price, right? I mean, it went down like everything else. But, you know, post KYC is definitely kind of like a different era in time when it comes to the market. I think it's more that just the top tier collectibles are going to keep going up. Like, I don't know. I think it's we've already seen it where the discrepancy, we're seeing it now, like the discrepancy between even though everything is down, some things are more down than others, percentage wise, or like gem for gem. So we're already seeing a pretty big discrepancy between certain comics or even collectibles, comparing them to each other. So I do think maybe the floor price of some of the grails or some of the higher end stuff, people are going to consolidate. Hey, if I sell these 5 comics and these 3 collectibles, I can then buy, you know, an ultra rare miles or something like that, right? We could be seeing that. Hi, Aaron. MC, how's it going? Hey, Jimbo. What's up, MC? My collectibles, let's go. Tucson Collectibles. I figured if it's near retail, it's a deal. Yes, sir. Spacey background is smooth. Yes, sir. Chilling. Here, I'll change the background for you. Let's do ooh, I like this combo here, where it's like red and blue, or like a purple-ish. Or if we just do smack in the middle there, it's like a little like nimbus, I guess you could call it. Ooh, that's a deep red. I kind of like that red. Keep it the flash red. I think this is like a deeper, what's like the deepest red I could do? Probably that. Maybe a little bit over this way. Yeah, this way. There we go. The flash red. There we go. Let's go back. Oh, is it a T800? Okay, so T800 Arnold. So that's what it was. I thought it was the T1000. Maybe the T1000 was the liquid guy. I remember it was one of those. My collectibles would definitely know. Arnold's motorcycle and T2 would be cool. Dude, that would be sick. Dude, Arnold with the minigun in, you know, when he was on that like that 3rd floor building and he was just shooting at all the police officers. Didn't kill anyone. Didn't hurt anyone. He just shot all the vehicles. But just having that as a collectible, just like T800 holding the minigun, that would be sick. I'm going for the NFT Hot Wheels drop next week. Already got some valuable rare IRL cars from the drop. Hoping to get more this time. Diecast collectors are a huge market. Okay. So if you get the NFTs, then you get like physicals that go with it. You're gonna have to expand on that, Austin. That sounds cool though. Arnold is the T800, bad guy is the T1000 prototype Terminator. Okay, Delilah. All right. I see you correcting me. Like, excuse me. You don't know shit. But I got you. The 800 and the bad guy's the T1000. And like all the rest of the Terminators after that were just bad. Like there was the one that was like a hybrid T1000 and an 800. It was the girl or whatever. It was weird. Choo Choo, what's up, dude? Yo vibes, congrats, thanks, dude. All of you guys that are still subscribed or like in the membership, I appreciate that. You guys didn't have to. I know I've been MIA for a while, but like my collectibles, Choo Choo, Tucson Collectibles. I saw Pixel Trader up here earlier. All of you guys that are still members, I appreciate that. We will be doing some cool stuff once I pass all my tests and I get in the vibe of my new job and all that stuff. I do want to do some cool stuff, but in the meantime, it says I was talking about my NFT tracker. You can list everything by what is up or down, most recent over the past 24 hours. It's a good way to find deals. Was saying it needs to do it for 7 and 30 days. So I know which one you mean. So if you go to home and it says newest NFTs, let me actually clear this. It says newest NFTs, and then it says rising NFTs. So these are the ones that are gone up the most. So it looks like, is this first appearance Iron Fist? I don't think so. This is something else. Because I feel like Iron Fist would be higher than this. Which one is this? Marvel Premiere 21. Is that? I'm literally gonna Google this. Is that actual FA? Oh no, that's the first appearance of what's her face? Misty Knight. Okay, that's why. I'm like, dude, if it was first appearance of Iron Fist, I know Iron Fist is, he's not, I think he's popular to like comic collectors, but like to like, I know he had a show and all that stuff, which was not great, but he's, yeah, I don't know. So that increased a lot for some reason. Not sure why. Can I go back? Okay, maybe not. I guess we'll just go home. So rising NFTs. Okay, this is obvious. This is a beautiful cover. I kind of want to buy a few more of these. The Wolverine and Captain America. Just a beautiful cover. Not even like no FAs. I haven't read the story to be quite honest, but like the cover is just amazing. And then falling NFTs. Dark, what? I thought if I bought enough Darkhawk, I was supposed to like be able to pay for my kids like college tuition and stuff, right? I thought that's what I was told years ago. If you buy Darkhawk, he's gonna be the new thing. Wow, actually this one's actually low right now. I remember this is one of the more unique looking can I zoom in? This is one of the more unique VV exclusive variants, which I don't think maybe this is a VHS cover. Obviously this exists somewhere in real life, but it is a comic cover. But this is one of the more unique ones. This is going for 5 gems right now, according to this. I could be wrong. X-Men number 25 vintage. Is that the case? Let's look it up. Oops. Collection. There was a trick that someone showed me. Store comics. Let's go down here. X-Men 25. There it is. Let's go. See how fast we're going through this. Shit. But okay, there we go. Okay, it was 5 gems. Maybe for a very brief period of time it was at 5, but now it's at box price, so it's at like 740. So not the case anymore. Or maybe I misread that. You know what? Knowing me, I probably misread that. Maybe it didn't say it was maybe it said it was down 5 gems and not the no, it says floor price was 5. So at one point it was at 5 gems, but not anymore. That's kind of a cool looking cover. I think I own one of these. Marvel's Ultimates #1 True Believer variant. And the cheapest NFTs. Okay, this is an error. This has like, it's an airdrop. You guys don't want to, what's his name? Chris Santan or whatever? You guys don't want that comic? What's wrong with you guys? He's cool. I don't own one. Towels in Tucson, both cool towns. Yes, sir. Pixel Trader says Dr. Profit doing his first Twitter space later to discuss Web3 should be interesting. I'm sure he will represent us well. Let's go. I've never heard the guy talk or anything like that, so it's going to be interesting. I mean, I'll try and listen in if I can, but Dr. Profit doing his, okay, you already said that. I think you just said twice. T2 is a masterpiece. I hope we get Terminator. So I'm trying to remember, I watched a YouTube video and it was talking about how sequels tend to like always fail. Like whenever you do a movie and there's a sequel, it tends to just like never be as good as the original. But it was kind of like a video that talked about like the 3 or 4 like the 5 times like ever like Hollywood history that the sequel was actually like better than the original, and like T2 was one of them. Like Terminator 2 was like one of the very, very few times where like the sequel is actually better than the original. Because you look at all, you know, a ton of sequels, right? Like Jurassic Park 2 was like meh. It's so hard to top off like Jurassic Park 1. It's like, cool, you can add a second T-Rex, but it's just like not going to make it better. Trying to remember some other movies. And it's different than trilogies, right? I still think Lord of the Rings is probably one of the best trilogies that was ever made. But there's a lot of good trilogies that were made as well. T2 was the first movie I watched on VHS when I moved to Hawaii a long time ago. Oh, okay, that's cool. So that's why it has a special place in your heart. And that's why you know the T800 and the T1000. You probably watched that movie at least 35 times, I bet. At least. If that's your first VHS. T2, wow, that was a while ago. Yep. T2 and T1, both James Cameron. I'm sure you guys have heard how cool the new Avatar. I haven't, I did watch, you know, the first Avatar. The new one looks really cool, but I haven't seen it yet. I think that's the second Iron Fist we had. Yeah. But I don't think it's the first appearance. I still don't think we have first appearance of Iron Fist. Darkhawk is worth decent money. Is it really? Like in real life? I just remember my, what was it? Sleeping Comics, just kind of memeing on it that like someone told him like 10 or 15 years ago, maybe whenever Darkhawk first came out. People are like, oh, you need to buy this because one day it's going to like pay for your kids' tuition or, you know, in college and all that stuff, just kind of like as a joke. But go to NFTs category, then change listing from a release date to 24-hour trend. You can flip listing by what's most or what's down most. Yeah, I'll have to check that out here in a little bit. Austin, the only rarest ones get you IRL cars. I got lucky on the second drop and got 2 physical cars called 55 Chevy Bel Air Is it just gasser? Like it's not gaseo or some weird selling for, well, I mean, it's American, so it's probably not gaseo. Selling for around 750 to 1,000 a piece. Let's go, dude. Hell yeah. I'm holding it because some diecast Hot Wheel cars from a few years ago around the same production numbers sell for around $5,000. Let's go, dude. That's awesome. Congrats. I think that Uncommon X-Men 25 cover was a movie poster. That thing pumped to 20 gems at one point. I remember it was really high. It's a sick looking cover. I don't even think I own one. I don't think I own one. I would buy it, but you know, I'm gonna wait till after the merge. It just makes sense. What I need to do is write down all the collectibles and comics I'm like keeping an eye on, and when the merge happens, just kind of keep track of those over the next few days. Because when the merge happens, it's not gonna like, you know, there's quite frankly, there's gonna be thousands of accounts that are gonna be merged, probably tens of thousands of accounts that are gonna get merged, and not everyone's gonna do it on day one, right? It could take, you know, maybe 40% of the people do it on day one, but the last 60% could take like weeks. So just kind of keep an eye on some of the things that you want to buy potentially. If James Cameron is making a movie, it'll be great. Let's go. I agree. I'm hoping Avatar 2 is better than the original. Word on Avatar 2 is that it is incredible. Star Trek Wrath of Khan, better by far. Yeah, I don't know in comparison to what. I don't remember what I was talking about initially, but I remember watching it with my dad and I thought it was good. You know, even just the whole, this is always why I like Star Trek, but just the whole concept of, because I believe Khan was, it's been a long time, but Khan was also like cybernetically enhanced, right? Or he was like genetically engineered. And that's where they had the eugenics war. That's what it was. It was the eugenics war. There's this big fight, basically between genetically enhanced humans and the non-genetically enhanced humans, and I forgot what the war was over and all that stuff. That's all I remember, but that was it. Yeah, that's why Khan was so smart and all that stuff, and stronger than hell. Big A, $2 billion spent on Avatar 2. Wow, that is a lot. That is a lot. $2 billion will almost get you. So I've also, another thing too, I have to admit, I've been looking up trying to get a new computer. My computer that I currently have is about 9 years old. And I looked it up. I still have a 4th gen Intel processor. So it's like an i7 47, you know, something K. It's old. And usually I get a new PC probably every like 6 to 7 years, but I held off on it for another 2 to 3 years because COVID, scalping, ridiculous GPU prices, all that stuff. But now that things are kind of chilling out, people aren't crypto mining as much anymore. GPU prices are dropping. There's a bit more competition going on between AMD and Intel and NVIDIA and all that stuff. So things are getting a bit cheaper now. New announcements could cause like the previous gen stuff to go a bit lower. So yeah, so I've been wanting to upgrade it and do some cool stuff. And part of the reason also why I want to upgrade is like VEVEverse is like literally around the corner. I do want to do some cool VEVEverse stuff. I want to show you guys it. I don't think you need like a super high-end computer, but it probably helps if I'm trying to stream and show this and have multiple tabs open, looking at market stuff all at the same time. So yeah, I was going to make a joke about $2 billion and some of the new graphics cards are like $3,000 right now. It's ridiculous. So I was going to make a joke about that, but yeah. T2 ending is heartbreaking and he's not even human. Yeah, dude, the thumb in the air and he's falling in the lava and all that stuff. It's crazy. Heart-wrenching. Yes, more than 35 times, I'm sure. Easily. That's like me in Dumb and Dumber. I can almost quote that movie verbatim. What really threw me off was like the first time I watched, like there's like an extended cut or like a deleted scenes version of Dumb and Dumber that I think runs like an extra like, I think like 10 minutes or something like that, which doesn't sound like a lot, but when you add all those scenes together, you're just like, wait, when the hell did this happen? And my friend told me, he's like, oh, this is a deleted scene version. I'm like, oh, I had no idea. That's how you know they nailed it. Yeah, I mean, it's just crazy how just Hollywood writing in general. I could go all day about how formulaic and boring and uninspired and copy and paste Hollywood writing and tropes are. It's just terrible. I could go on and on about it. I'm not going to bore you guys with it, but Tucson Collectibles with a few comments here. I still remember in the theater breathing a sigh of relief during the first 20 minutes of Star Trek II Con. Sigh of relief? It's been so long since I've seen the movie. I don't know what the sigh of relief is. Maybe they thought he was dead. Star Trek 1 was a boring bomb, but 2 was exciting and phased everyone. Let's go. If you're interested in Philly cold cases, look up Dolores Della Pina. I've seen Scarface and Jaws about 35 times. I've seen Jaws, but I've not seen Scarface. Scarface is one of those movies that I need to, that is on my bucket list, that alongside The Godfather, and I don't hate me for this, but I still have not seen oh my god, what the hell is it called? Oh my god. Top Gun. That's what it is. I still have not seen Top Gun. There's a handful of movies that are like must-haves or must-watches, and I've still not seen them. So I think I accidentally closed my chat, or I did something on accident. Let me kind of get back here. I think I need it technically. I think I'm fine. I don't need it. As long as chat is live, I'm fine. Because I accidentally closed the tab. I didn't mean to, but it should be fine. Let's go. Some people retweeting my stuff, liking it. Awesome. TV is the writer's medium now. Yeah, there's way better TV show writers than there are movie writers right now. Every thug must watch Scarface many times. Reservoir Dogs, I haven't seen that yet either. 3K for a graphics card. Damn, yeah, my computer is like from 2015, so I need a new one also. Need to get an Oculus Quest 2, but holding off on that. Need that money to put into VV. And that's the thing, right? It's so hard, like, because I do want to get a new computer, but at the same time, it's like, well, I could just save up for a VV logo, or I should buy more OMI, or I could buy 400 comics with the amount of money I'm going to put into a computer. But I mean, I just don't want to get myself in that catch-22 where it's like, anytime I have extra income, it's like, all right, just throw in VV or throw in OMI or whatever. It's like, you know what? It's nice to occasionally treat yourself. The computer's old. It needs a facelift. I need a new one. I can still sell this old one. I mean, I'd be honestly surprised if I got like $200, maybe $250. It works well. I could play a lot of, maybe not like the most modern games. I could probably play the most modern games on like medium settings, maybe like low, whatever. But yeah. But I also don't just do my computer for just gaming. It's also for streaming. I do content creation. I do video. I used to do video editing. I mean, I haven't done a video in a long time. I do plan on trying to do stuff with like maybe, gosh, like Adobe Premiere, maybe some Blender, like whatever else. Like I do want to learn some of that stuff and like make cooler videos. I also have like another YouTube channel that I want to do cool stuff on with EVE Online. So all this Avatar 2 talk makes me think we may have a VV drop. Disney does own it. The movie releases next week. True. Could be a 12 Days of VV thing. We could get like an Avatar. Dude, 12 Days of VV last year was a bit all over the place. Like in a good way, right? Like we got a lot of like different things that was dropped during that time. Remember we got... What did we get? What were the 12 Days of VV? I'm looking up this old hashtag. See if I can find stuff from like a year ago. Oh my god. Yeah, there's some old stuff on here, for sure. was trying to remember all like the old 12 days of VeVe drops. You know, we could, it's gonna take a minute, but we could do this. Let's see what we're looking at here. Let's go here. Just give me a sec, just so you guys don't have to look at all of it. Yeah, Steamboat Willie did come by on 12 days of VeVe. So Steamboat Willie, possibly. It would be cool. Don't get me wrong. I would. Of course, it always depends on mint number and box price. Those are always going to reign supreme when it comes to drops. You could drop the most popular thing ever, but if it has 100,000 mints and it costs 60 gems, it's probably not going to sell out. You know, I know that's like an exaggeration, but okay, here we go. We're here. So this is some of the 12 days of VeVe drops. You guys remember this? So the first one was, I think the first one was Voltron. Do you guys remember that? I think Voltron was the very first 12 days of VeVe drop. I believe that was it. Because I don't remember Darkhawk, but I do remember like the first, because I think this was before. My very first video ever was actually about the DC Artist Alley first appearance of Wonder Woman. It wasn't the first appearance of Supergirl, but it was of Wonder Woman. But I think the first one was Voltron. And then whatever this comic is, first appearance of Vision. Then we had Deadpool, then Coca-Cola, then Steamboat Willie, Franco. Yeah, we had a little bit of everything. We had DreamWorks, we had Marvel, we had Coca-Cola, we had Disney, more Marvel. We had some independent artists like Frank Kozik. We had Marvel poster, which I don't, kind of curious what that price is. I don't want to exit out of this page yet. We had Serial Killers. I think Serial Killers was the last. Yeah, I remember Serial Killers was like the last 12 days of VeVe like drop thing, and I remember it was like a little underwhelming. I believe it was kind of like, I think people were expecting like a huge, like kind of like not exit, but finale, I should say, to the 12 days of VeVe, and I was like, okay, Serial Killers poster thing, whatever. Let's see. I need to check on something really quick, making sure. Okay, cool. We are good. Did you go for the comic drop today? I could not. I was actually like literally in the middle of a test. I was taking a test for my job, and it was a so it was a test that was 135 questions, and it was 3.5 hours long. Like I literally used up every minute of that test, and yeah, and I made full use of it. So no, I could not. I couldn't go for the drop. I would have gone for the drop if I could have, for sure, but I couldn't. I didn't play it. Oh, that was the other thing we're gonna check. We were gonna check how much is this Rogers thing going for? Oof, 48. See, I knew this was gonna happen. If I clicked back, I was just gonna like screw up the whole thing. Oh well. But that, whatever. If you guys want that Captain America whatever poster, it's like 18 gems right now. I meant to look this up too, which was actually I have it saved right here. VeVe set list. Any of you guys are kind of curious about sets and that kind of stuff? Again, me personally, I'm waiting till after the merge happens before I kind of go all in. But there are some comics as well as some this can't be up to date. Amazing Spider-Man 252, 40 editions, price. Yeah, that's off. Am I like looking at this wrong? Comics sets. Comics exclusive cover. Craven. That's kind of weird. There's like a random. It's an exclusive cover. Marvel Zombies Fallen Sun and Craven the Last Hunt. It's a bit random. I don't know what the checks are. Or I guess it only shows you the ones that are checked. This doesn't seem. I don't know why Amazing Spider-Man is the cheapest. I mean, we're just gonna ignore that. Tarzan of the Apes, that's pretty cheap. 8 gems, you get 3, it's 2.66 Master Collector points. And that's another thing I'm kind of holding off on, briefly, is Master Collector program. Like, what is the Master Collector program going to look like? Because I do feel like they're going to update it. Are they going to make comics worse? Are they going to make them better? Is there going to be more value tied up in, let's say, the commons versus the uncommons? Are they going to make ultra rares worth 4 points now instead of 3? Like, who knows? Like, anything could happen. I'm sure if they make a change, whatever the points were previously are going to be like retroactive, but then going forward, it's going to be this new change, you know, or maybe collectibles are worth more. Who knows? That's why I'm kind of holding off on like spending gems exclusively on Master Collector points. And that's the other thing too, is chasing Master Collector points even worth it? How far are you away from like the next tier to getting, you know, more Master Collector tickets or whatever the hell, right? So there's a lot of moving parts that comes with this. But if you guys don't know about VV set list, you guys should check it out. But of course, by far and away, the best way to get Master Collector points, like if you are chasing them, is just comics, just rare comics. Like you just buy these. You just buy one and you get a Master Collector point for every $2.70, and then it goes all the way up to here. Because like the cheapest sets for collectibles, like solo collectibles, some of them are pretty cheap. Solo collectibles, like we just get one by itself. But if we're talking like sets, like it starts at like 4 gems or $4 like per point. While you have comics, I mean, it takes a while for it to get up to $4 per point. Like there's all these comics you could buy first before you have to buy anything else. All right, let's see here. Well, we're gonna look at the. I'm just gonna look at the top losers and top gains, top losers. Is this updating? Hello. I guess it just took a while. That can't be right. Some of these prices like look off. I guess this is the secret rare. Let me just refresh this. This looks all a bit weird. Didn't VV say that they were adding music or some sort of record player at one point? I wonder whatever happened to that. I remember, I think one of the independent artists said that they were going to do, I thought they were going to add like a record player, right? Was it Ron English? I could have sworn maybe it was Ron English that said they're going to be adding a stereo player, not a stereo player, but like a jukebox or something like that. I could have sworn that they that he said something like that. Maybe I'm off. Is this correct? There we're in. All right, add that over log. Plus, they also did say like, all right, we're getting music, but it's just a matter of when. All right, so let's look at the top gainers. Of course, these are all messed up. Or is this top losers? Did I do top losers or top gainers? All right, top gainers. This is all messed up. Yeah, I mean, it's just showing the movie ticket over and over and over and over. I've noticed that whenever this happens, typically it's VV's doing an update, or sometimes they're just doing something like it just messes up the API. I don't think this is an ecomi wiki thing. It could be, but typically what I found is like whenever this kind of stuff happens, usually VV has like an app update, or they're doing something with the market or whatever. That could be part of the reason why like the actual market, like the search bar is messed up. I have no idea, but it doesn't seem like ecomi wiki is like really updating right now. Falanini, what's up, dude? Benamin. Look inside. I like that sideways look with the eyes like, oh, what's going on? Yeah, what's up, dude? Just hanging out here. We're just looking at random collectibles, random stuff. Just kind of tapping through a few different things. Still haven't logged into this. Dude, are any of you guys beyond annoyed that the Palm NFT DC webpage forces you to log out every 20 minutes? Like, I can't even look at stuff. Like, sometimes I look up a price of something, and then I go back and do work or do whatever, and I go back and I have to like, I'm like, oh, I have to log in again. It's just beyond annoying. I hate that. I've been told like the people in the Discord, I'm like, can you guys like please change this, because I really hate logging in, you know, like 10 to 15 times a day, just because you guys auto log me out every 20 minutes. Here we go. So I don't know if any of you guys are on the DC Palm NFT project or platform. I mean, there's DC Comics, like why not grab them? This is my current collection of stuff. I got a rare Wonder Woman, which I think right now is probably below box price, if I had to guess. I did get 2 Detective Comics. I got 1 on the I don't think I got any on the drop, actually. But I did buy 2 commons. So I think I bought 1 for 52, which was a bit high. I bought this one for 28, so like half the price. So I think I bought this one like, I think 2 days after the drop, and I bought this one like 3 or 4 days after the drop. So could have waited a bit longer, sure. I did get Superman on the drop, so this is $10. I just got a common. I'm happy with that. I think I played this on the drop and I got an uncommon. I was just seeing if it was even worth it. I think by the time I was able to even sell this, it was like below the retail price. I was like, all right, whatever, I'll just keep it. I still have my Harley Quinn that I got on the airdrop. That's why there's no price here. Like, I just got her on the airdrop. Still hold her. I don't see any reason to sell her. I think there was a period of time where the common, I think it was after the Superman drop, because the Superman drop like really changed the market. Like after the Superman drop, there was so much liquidity that got injected into the economy because so many people wanted the comic that you had people that had 10 gems, and then after they sold a rare, immediately got 900 gems or more, right? Like almost immediately. And so that's part of the reason why the bat cows like skyrocketed up to like 1,000 gems or dollars, is because like people were just like basically one for oneing like rare Supermans for bat cows, or you know, they sell an uncommon Superman plus $200 and they bought like a bat cow and stuff. So like because of Superman, like a lot of collectibles went up in price. Like I think Legacy of the Cowl went up to like 175. Like even the Harley Quinn commons like went up to like almost $20. Like everything like almost doubled in price. Everything went up quite a bit, but then after that it's just hasn't been the same. Everything's pretty much down. Superman's actually doing a bit of a turnaround. But I do think like obviously we're still waiting for what, like Detective Comics. I think it's called Flash Comics or like Action Flash, something like that. I forgot the name of it. Not Action Flash, whatever the first appearance of Flash, and of course Action Comics too, right? There's a lot of still really good comics. Not a huge fan of the fact that like you're limited to one comic, but it is what it is. I think it's the most fair. The queue system is still a nightmare, but so far I've gotten pretty lucky on the drops. So Bob Sales. Frank also said that Labbit would have breeding program at one point. Don't listen to Frank. Yeah, I mean, independent artists are going to say what they want. Who knows? Like maybe behind closed doors, VV and Frank were talking about like, hey, like we're gonna have this metaverse thing. Like, don't tell anyone, but like, you know, what do you think? And they're like, well, I want to breed him. And they're like, well, maybe. And he's like, okay, cool, I'll take that as a yes. And then he just started running with it. Probably just ran with the idea like, yeah, you're gonna breed Labbits eventually. It's like, maybe. Yeah, I agree. I was able to get Robin on the drop. I think I got the uncommon because it's super beta. Dude, I actually like the uncommons the most. I like that it was like beater comics. Like I really want to get one. I didn't even bother with this drop. I think it's still in the store, I believe. Buy a comic. Yeah, you can still buy it. Sale total, I think there's 319 left because I think there's 6,000 total, I believe. So they're still in the store. If I had to guess, the only ones that are profitable right now is probably the legendary, and I bet you the epic is at the break-even price. Yeah, uncommon's below retail. Common is way below retail at $3. I know you guys can't see it. Actually, let me zoom in. Let me help you guys out here. Let's go. I think that's zoomed in enough. $3 is the floor for the common. Uncommon's at 8. 7 now, technically. Legendary's at 75. Okay. Dude, I hate it when it does this too. Like refreshes like my whole screen. Where is it? Yeah, Wonder Woman. Okay, this should have all of them anyway. Wait, no, that's not the newest one. Future state. Okay. That's in alphabetical order. Okay, actually the epic's at 24 gems and the rare is at 11, so floor price. Okay, so it's a little bit higher than I thought. Are people going out of their way to buy? There's only 23 sales. That's one thing I do like about this platform. This is why we need to have as many NFT platforms as possible, because you can grab little things from, like, I love the fact that you see total sales right here, total owners. It's cut and dry. It's right here. There's only been 23 sales, not that many, considering there's what, I think 250 of these. So 10% have actually been like bought and sold, and that's it. So not too popular. This art style seems kind of interesting and cool, but only 18 sales. And I think there's 500 of these, if I remember correctly. So there's just not a lot of movement on these. Like, even if you get lucky and you buy one, and let's say you do get like an epic, like you could floor it for 22 gems or $22. Still might not sell, and then someone else just like undercuts you. Close that. They will breed labbits. I do think it'll happen eventually, but it's like, you know, VE versus 2024, something like that. I got 2 comments today. Wonder Woman. Oh, of these? The Wonder Woman? Or the... Yeah, it has to be the Wonder Woman, right? The Wonder Woman, right? I think the common... I think the cover looks cool enough. It's just like... The issue with some of these... The newer comics they've released is like... These comics are like less than a year old. Like, there's no history. Like, if you look at the... what's it called? 2 Detective Comics. No. Back Cal. Legacy the Cal. This Deadly Duo one. This comic was literally released like November 1st. Like 5 weeks ago. Like, I think when it was announced, I'm like, wait. I was looking it up. I'm like, all right, let me look this up on Go Collect. And there was like nothing on Go Collect. I'm like, what the hell? And I looked it up. I'm like, wait. This comic released like November 1st. Like 3 weeks ago. Like how are they releasing this? I mean, DC can do whatever the hell they want, but like you can literally buy this, I think, on Amazon for like $250. Actually, let me look it up. I think you can legitimately just buy this on Amazon for $250. Let's put the Deadly Duo. Deadly Duo. Yeah, I mean, maybe on Kindle. Okay, it says Kindle. Okay, on Kindle you can get it for like $275 or whatever. You can't get like the physical comic, so it's on. I mean, you can get it on Kindle. I don't know how much the physical comic is, but it's pretty cheap. Let's look at Detective Comics. I'm kind of curious to see how much the commons. I do think people are sleeping on this. Like Robin, the most significant and the most memorable sidekick that's ever existed in all of like comic and superhero entertainment. I mean, he's, when people think sidekick, they think Robin. You know, I mean, there's other sidekicks and stuff too, but okay, the commons are actually making a bit of a reversal. I remember, because remember I bought one of these at like 28 gems. This, I remember these were hovering around, what, I think it's because of glitched listings. By the way, if there's like glitch listings, like if you see listings on here that are like, because there was 3 listings, because there was 3 listings for the Robin common that were stuck at like 28 and like 31 gems, and so people look at it and they think that's the floor, and it's not. And so sometimes you occasionally will find someone that will like floor their comic for like 28, 29 gems, and that's not the floor, and you can just buy it. But then the second those glitch listings were removed, like the comic instantly went up to like 40 gems. So just a quick pointer for you guys. So if you guys do see like a random comic or whatever, like this, whatever, and I don't know, it's just, oh, that's not, it's a bad example, but you guys know what I mean. You guys have seen it before. People talk about there's like glitch listings and stuff like that. But because it's like 26, 29, but like let's say this like 26 listing was just there for like days or even just like a long period of time. Usually on drop day you can tell, because like if something, like usually something isn't stuck on the floor for hours on drop day. Like things get pretty bought and sold pretty quickly, and so sometimes people think that's the floor and they just like list their stuff. They don't look twice or even notice that that's like not the floor. So that's what I did. That's why I was able to buy this guy for $28, which probably shouldn't have been able to, but I mean, it's a nice little profit there. This guy, how much is this? I bought this for 69. Nice. I think it's because I sold my original one. Because when I got airdropped this initially, I just floored it because I'm like, oh, it's a comic cover. Who cares? Covers, right? But then the second they announced, like, oh, by the way, we're gonna release like the first chapter of the Legacy of the Cal, I'm like, oh shit, this is like an actual comic. So I actually went back and bought it. I think I still ended up profiting because I think I sold my initial one for like $77 and then I bought this for 69. So it's like, cool, you know, nice $8 gain. But I was like, oh shit, this is like an actual comic, not just like a comic cover, right? It's not like a HRO or something like that where it's like, here's a card of a comic cover. It's not the same thing. But if it's like an actual comic, I'm like, okay, cool. A little behind on chat. This Wonder Woman will be the next movie. Yeah, I could see that. I mean, it is happening, so. Turnout DC wasn't the next best thing. I got the legendary today. What's the price? Oh, this one? Dude, you can sell it for like $75. That's pretty good. I'm behind on chat, so you probably already knew that, Bob Sales. So yeah, I mean, today's comic, I mean, the legendary was going for 75 right there. 77. I'm gonna see Bob Sales listing right here. I'm telling you. All right, maybe not. Maybe he already sold it. Heading home now and have a great night, vibes, fam. Thanks for the great stream. Thanks for Delilah for stopping by. I appreciate it. And of course, I like your icon, like your NFT. Once you understand that the verse is kind of empty except for what we bring in there, you'll see how valuable all these NFTs will be. Yeah, that's why at first I was like, okay, I'm just gonna buy DC comics because of whatever, but it's like, wait, I can move my DC comics and my Spawn NFT and my, you know, whatever other NFTs you can think of to the VeVeVerse. That's a big deal. Because for the longest time, everyone was talking about, hey, can I take my Walt off platform? Can I take my Todd off platform? Everyone was talking about leaving VeVe. No one was talking about putting shit onto VeVe. So it's kind of a nice reversal there. I mean, that kind of was like, whoa. I don't think a lot of people thought about putting stuff onto VeVe because I think everyone just thought it was a closed environment. You know, all the IPs or, you know, all the licensors don't want other stuff on their platform, you know, whatever it was, but totally wrong. I was wrong. The one question I will have is how the verses will handle bootlegs via blockchain. Yeah, I don't know. Like bootlegs are just like offshoots. So, I mean, depends on how successful they are, I guess. You're never breeding labbits. I'm sorry, dude. Yeah, breeding is simple. It'll happen. I mean, it could. Do you think Lambo a Christmas drop? Yeah, because we did get the Lambo announcement, right? Possibly. Why not? Would be cool to get a Lambo. Probably be 1,000 gems. I don't know. To be honest, I don't really care. I don't really care for Lambo. I've never been like a huge like nice car kind of person. Like if I was to go for the Lambo drop, I'm strictly doing it to flip it, to be quite honest. If I was to go for a Lambo drop. VeVeVerse is gonna suck if it's a bunch of private spaces. You can invite up to 6 people max to instead of a single open world where you can run, where you could, for instance, walk around and just run into Randy or Reese. Yeah, I think that's mostly a technology limitation, right? I think a lot of people were thinking like open world GTA, Minecraft level, just like open world. It's like it's too massive. You can't. I don't think there's any servers that can handle thousands of players on a single sharded server and not have lag and or, you know, people, you know, lagging up the whole place. Maybe some of the IP or like the licensor worlds or servers might be a bit bigger and, you know, not as small as like the little private servers. Because I think that what we saw in the VeVeVerse, like for the demo, is like a plot of land. That is your plot that you can buy with the golden tickets or whatever the hell they're going to do with OMI or bidding or whatever the hell it is. I think that's what that is for. But if we're talking like if you go to licensor land, if you go to like Marvel land or DC land or whatever, it might be a bit bigger. I mean, they could probably make it however they want. Who knows? But I mean, I doubt you're able to pull in your NFTs to that world because it's their server, their stuff. So we'll see. I mean, it's even now, even though we saw it, it's all still so resolution as to like what is the greater aspect of it, what is the greater uses and utility of what we just saw. It's going to be interesting. Lol. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm keeping it as a legendary. Yeah, dude, if you want to keep it, go for it. Go for it, dude. I mean, you can do whatever the hell you want. And plus, even if you did sell it for 77, like, what would you buy with it, right? Like, you can't even buy two Detective Comics commons. Like, I guess you could buy an uncommon, but that's like the best thing you can get. I mean, that's good, don't get me wrong, but having a legendary of a comic is not. I haven't sold any legendary comics, actually, from VEVE. Maybe I'll take that back. I think I did sell one. I think I did sell a legendary. I think it was was it the first appearance of Null? I think that was it. I think it was the first appearance of Null. I think I sold the secret. The cover looks amazing, but I think I sold it for like 250 gems, and now it's probably 100 and whatever, right? So I don't know how to check. Probably I can't really use it. But the legendary right now is like 77. That's the floor, and the floor goes up kind of quick. Let's see if there was actually a purchase. 20. Why does it say 22? I could have sworn this said 23. Am I just tripping balls, or did this? I could have sworn the last time we checked this it said 23, and now it says 22. So are sales going back? Like, I don't know. Or maybe 22 just means how many outstanding. Okay, I've been misreading this. Total sales shows the total for sale, not how many actual sales there's been. So someone did buy up the floor because it was at 75. Okay, I take it back. I take it all back. This is completely incorrect. I hate this. Why does Palm NFT have this? I wish they showed actual sales, not how many are for sale. Those are two very, very, very different things. So, Austin, I wish the game I played called Fall Guys made all their costumes into NFTs. Would be so nice to sell and buy items on games like that in Fortnite, since some are the reason specific and never return, or season specific and never return. Yeah, some of the season specific stuff, especially for gaming, is a big deal. I know when I used to trade Team Fortress 2 hats and collectibles and stuff back in the day, there were certain effects that only happened, and I think it was only for these two events, which was Christmas and Halloween. I think it was just Halloween. Was there Christmas effects? I don't think so. I think there was just Halloween. I think Halloween, like once a year, there was like unique effects that would be on hats and cosmetics. And that was the only time of year where there was like unique ones specific to like a season or like a holiday. I could be wrong. I don't think there was Christmas. I think it was just Halloween. So there's certain Halloween effects that looked really cool. And that was the only time. And so those were rare because not only was it season specific, but also you could only get them during that season. So there was only like a 2 or 3 week period of time where you could get it. And that was it. But all the other stuff, I mean, you have all year to get it, right? So Disney's third wish is breeding Labbits and popping out a Marvel Mighty Labbit that is playable in the VeVe-verse. Good God. I hope not. I hope not. That sounds like nightmare fuel, what you just described. My collectibles. I didn't go for the DC comic this time around. I bought the Epic DC 38 instead. Is that the one we're just looking at? Yeah, that's the DC. It's first appearance of Robin, right? You just bought more of those? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I got 2 of the commons. Dude, what is up with my music? Why is it stopping? I think it's just the song. I might just skip it. Cool. Yeah, the active sales thing is confusing. The total sales thing is so confusing. It's misleading. It says total sales. It should say total for sale or total on the market or whatever the hell, but not. This makes me think, because originally I thought this was like, okay, there's been 50 people that have bought this, but no, that's just how many are for sale. Why does this say for sale and that says total sales? Those two mean totally different things. What the hell, DC? Misleading. I think they're just messing it up. The site I'm rubbish at using, it went sure on the correct price. The site I'm rubbish at using, it went sure on the correct price. I'm having like a small aneurysm trying to read what you're saying. I think I know what you mean. Like the one website that you're rubbish at using, it's of course you get like a good comic or collectible or whatever. I get what you mean. Total listed, easy fix. Exactly, total listed. Just say that shit. Oh, there. Hey, are we kicked out? Dude, that's the other thing I hate about this platform. I know Rob Stuff, you're listening, so it's my collectibles. Dude, I hate how this auto logs you out after 20 minutes. I think it's more of like a surrounding a drop day thing, not so much this. Like, because there's sometimes like late at night I like this where I'm just like looking at stuff and it doesn't log me out. But there's other times like during the day it just like logs me out and I have to relog in. I'm like, why? Why you do this? I do like this cover. This cover does look pretty cool. I actually kept my rare. Mostly because if I sold it, I would just lose money. Let's see. Harley Quinn, like, no, that's not it. Yeah, because the rare right now, what's it going for? Yeah, 11. It's basically going for box price, so I see no point in selling it. It's a cool looking cover. I do like it. Wonder Woman crapping in her shorts, about to get stabbed. But that's a cool, I mean, that's a cool looking character. What I'm really looking for is when, dude, I don't know why. Dude, also this DC platform, it just like refreshes my screen. I do not know why it does that randomly. But I'm really looking forward to more utility for the bat cows. I know with the ongoing utilities, like we always have 10% set aside for the cow holders, which is awesome. But I'm still waiting just for like, what's the next thing? Is there another airdrop? Is there going to be more exclusive content? I'm still waiting, and I do think this is going to happen, is that we're going to have chapter 2 of this get released pretty soon, because I mean, $58 for this is pretty darn cheap, I think. And I even talked to one of the devs, not devs, but one of the Discord moderators, where I think his name is like B Games or something like that. He confirmed, like, because this was kind of not necessarily like misleading, but let me see here. Is DC, is everything done through their Twitter, or do they have a DC NFT? I know they said something on one of their like advertisements. Let's see if I can pull it up here. Give me one sec, guys. Actually, let me just go here. Because they said something that wasn't like completely correct. Or no, it's under announcements. Let's see. It was about the first Superman comic. And I'm like, wait, you guys are saying this, but is that technically true? And he's like, oh no, it's not. Yeah, it was this. Let me. How do I do this? Does this work? Okay, cool. That works. Because this, it's kind of hard to read, because this is like the advertisement they put out for like the Superman comic. It says DC collectible drop. Sign in for an account. Or it says here, don't miss out on the first DC collectible comics drop. I'm like, wait, is DC considering this the first comic drop, or is it the Legacy of the Cowl? And I talked to what's his face? Let's see if I can find it here. I haven't updated my name actually on this. I haven't actually updated my name on this server, but I'm just gonna like leave it. I don't care. Okay, earlier than that. Give me a sec, guys. I apologize. Okay, here it is. I'm just gonna just show you guys. I don't care. My name is different on their Discord. I forgot to change my name, but I'm just leaving it because I don't care. I know it's hard to see, guys. Can I zoom in? No, I can't. So I said right here, I said, random question. You all say Super number 1 was the first DC comic drop, but the Legacy of the Cow was first. Is that because Legacy was an airdrop and Supes number 1 is an actual drop? So I said here, like this says, don't miss out on the first collectible drop, but like technically this was dropped on the platform first. So I asked B Games, who's the Discord mod. And he said right here, the first original DC collectible comic is Batman, the Legacy of the Cow, Chapter 1. So he confirmed right here that the first DC collectible comic is Batman, the Legacy of the Cow, Chapter 1. So it's this guy. That's the first comic, DC comic on the blockchain, I guess, or whichever one. And not Superman number 1. So, just saying. Can close this. So FYI. Not financial advice, but just letting you guys know. That's what the that's what the Discord moderator said. And I don't know how close he is to the project. I don't even know who he is, to be quite honest. I know he's super active in the Discord. I appreciate that. I mean, for all I freaking know, he could be like the COO and of the whole project, and I just wouldn't know. So so yeah, I mean, very first, I mean, this is, if you want to, I mean, can't really compare it to like, oh, Marvel Comics number 1, that was the first one on VV. Like, I mean, sure. I mean, it was like a double first because it's like the first Marvel Comics ever and then like the first on VV, blah, blah, blah. But I mean, this is technically the first officially licensed DC comic to hit the blockchain, technically. Let's go. Sorry, the phone keeps rugging me. I can't use the DC website to check the price. Sorry, mate. No worries. I mean, I just checked it for you. It was at 78 or 77 last time I checked. So. VV Arcade, what's up, dude? What up, guys? Working, but I'm listening in and out. Let's go, dude. I was just showing off your Wolverine collectible. Oh, God, I went past it. I was just showing off the Wolverine collectible that I snagged from you a little while ago. There it is. I love it. There it is. I'll put it in the middle. Let's go. Dude, that's just perfect. You know I love Wolverine. I love like the space background and like the very vibey tie-dye look going on. I had to have it. So I appreciate that, dude. And I'm excited. You're doing something on Spatial this Sunday, I saw. You're doing like an art gallery thing, which is super cool. I don't have a Spatial account. I don't even know how to get on it, but I'll try and figure it out at some point beforehand. That sounds super cool. There were some also airdrops on Fish. Apparently, there's a fancy fork, some clams, and some other things that I got. So I want to unhide all these. And this is something I didn't even know was a thing. Like, oh, you have to unhide your NFTs. This is sometimes OpenSea and stuff is just like beyond confusing. Probably shouldn't be showing this, whatever this is. Not that it matters, but yeah, this stuff is just like beyond confusing. Where I'm just like, why do I have to unhide stuff? And I don't know, it's just strange. Let's see here. What else we got going on? Yeah, for some reason, VV set list is being a bit weird. Same thing with the ecomi wiki. I think it has something to do with the API. It's being weird. DC is big on Discord. They are. I mean, I like it. I mean, their mods are very, very active, so I do appreciate that. I do like that. I didn't go for the DC drop, but we'll eventually get the comic. Yeah, this drop that was most recent. I mean, dude, you can grab the common for like $3, at least if you're talking about the most recent one. Marketplace. No, it wasn't called this. Future State. If you're talking about like this comic, you can get the common for $3 right now. Uncommon looks pretty cool. I mean, I like the art style. Don't get me wrong, the rare actually looks kind of cool. It's like the deflecting stuff, but yeah, I mean, you can get the common for $3. You can go for it. Detective Comics number 1 with the Chinese guy in red background would be so nice if they drop. Probably. I mean, I assume DC's gonna drop it all. They have a ton of good comics they still need to release. Probably not as many like FAs as Marvel, but they still have a lot of significant comics that aren't FAs as well. Farid or Farid, dude, I probably butchered your name a million times. I'm a little self-conscious now ever since I saw Hinano. He always said, he kind of told me when I met him in person, super nice guy. He's like, you know, you've always said Hinanu, but it's actually Hinano. I'm like, oh, dude, thanks for letting me know. Now I can actually like pronounce your name correctly. So, E-Vibes, good to have you back streaming, and congrats on your new place. Thanks, dude. Yeah, I appreciate that. She's on collectibles. I love the Tokyo walkthrough YouTube vids. Tokyo walkthrough. Tokyo walk. What is that? I feel like I'm missing something here, or maybe that means something. Someone floored the ASM1 secret rare yesterday for 980 gems. I had to buy that holy grail. Really? ASM, huh? One more. There we are. Comic, and that's the other thing too. The comics do not update. Like, if you're on the website, it doesn't show you the most recently listed collectible or comic. It will on the app, but it doesn't on the website. I don't know why, but there was a handful of comics I was looking at, and also sometimes it repeats too. Like here's the Topolino again. But there was a handful of comics I was kind of keeping a close eye on. I'm like, huh. Avengers #4. I think the commons are below retail, last I checked. Yeah, we're at retail. Good snag. Nice score, Farid. Let's go. Dude, that is a really good snag. I don't know how much that is or how much it was before. I feel like those Robin comics still have a lot of room to grow. I think so too, dude. Considering that, I mean, obviously it's not on par as like Soups #1, but when you look at Soups #1, I mean, I think the commons are going for 350 last I checked. You know, it's almost like I could just like look it up and just get a confirmation. Soups #1 common. I'm so glad they added this like common, uncommon, epic. Like, me and tons of other people were complaining like, yo, you need to like add something, because like they all look the same. Especially, I mean, I'm a little bit more zoomed in, but like there was times I couldn't tell like what the hell's the difference between the common or rare. You know, I couldn't tell which one's which, or like you start off, you're like, wait, is that light or is that dark? Like I can't tell, and it was just such a headache. Well, people are undercutting this pretty hard. Like I remember this was like 350 not too long ago, but until the next big comic drops and you can get, you know, whatever hundreds of dollars, and then you can just scoop this floor. Like that's, I feel like that's what typically happens. Just want to go back one instead of here. First appearance of Thanos. Yep, I have this secret rare. I don't think I have this. I don't think I have it on this account. It's on my alt account, but I do have the secret rare of this comic. Oof, 90, 100. What? I mean, you're always going to see the biggest undercuts for secret rares. That's just how it works. You're always going to see like, oh, 32 gem. I mean, 10 gems isn't that big, but you're always going to see some big undercuts for secret rares. That's just kind of how it goes. Let's check out first appearance of Venom. $34 for a common. What were some other comics I was like kind of keeping a close eye on? I still need to buy most of the FAs for like the 90s X-Men cartoons. That was kind of like my goal, is to get like all the FAs, get multiples. I want to try and get the ultra rares of them, but I don't have all of them. Gambit, I think, is another good one to grab. 18 gems for an ultra rare Gambit. And this, when did this come out? So I think this is another thing you need to take into consideration. This is kind of like a, someone else brought it up earlier about drops that have happened post KYC. So all the post KYC drops aren't going to be affected by, I want to say aren't, because they still could be affected, but all the drops pre KYC are going to be affected by the merge, because those are all alt accounts, right? Bots, alt accounts, whatever the hell. People are getting all these collectibles, they're on spreading out across different accounts. But once the merge happens, now all that supply that was spread out, now it's all in one account. Post KYC, you know, unless you have multiple KYC'd accounts, like pretty much all the collectibles are on like one account, right? Or one person has a bunch of them or whatever. So I still think post KYC, collectibles and comics will still be affected because people are going to be consolidating their stuff, selling some gems or getting gems, and then maybe buying some of the newer stuff. But yeah, I do think maybe I need to like map that out. Maybe I need to like remind myself that like keep an eye on all of the pre KYC collectibles and comics and watch those prices drop. But all the post KYC ones, like those prices could maintain, maybe drop a tiny bit, or those floors could get bought up because people are now liquidating old stuff to buy, you know, like I just saw here, like FA Gambit, whatever the hell. Just a thought. You know, none of this financial advice, is just throwing ideas out there to kind of keep an eye on. Never really cared for these like Marvel comics or the Marvel zombies. I think I went for the very first one, but not the others. Yeah, I think I went for this one. And I think I ended up getting like the common or something. Like how much of this? I assume this is below floor, yeah, easily. What are some of the other comics I was like keeping an eye on? I do think this one's kind of a sleeper. Uncanny X-Men 129, first appearance of Kitty Pryde and Emma Frost. Not the most significant characters, but I do like the art. I do like anytime where it shows like a lot of the X-Men on the cover, I do like that art a lot. I know there's a lot of good ones here. It's kind of sad. I think I actually did end up selling my I really like this first appearance of Bullseye. I think I ended up selling this. I remember buying it for 99 a long time ago and thinking it was a great deal, and then I think I ended up selling it for I floored it for 40, 45, and the people were still undercutting me, and I was like, damn. Then the Daredevil drop happened, the collectible came out, and that skyrocketed the price apparently of like the Daredevil comics, especially this one because it was Bullseye, and that just like caused the price to just like skyrocket. And then someone actually bought mine, so like someone bought like 5 listings below me and then my listing, for the most part. Check out Fantastic Four number 5 if I can find it. This is the headache of, because I can't search for it. I guess technically I can if I go store comics brands. What a headache. Fantastic Four number 5. I can't afford it. Whatever the price is, I won't be able to afford it. So unless it's like mispriced. $770. I don't have enough gems for that, even if I wanted to, but even then. $770. I don't know if this is newly listed or whatever, but first appearance of Doctor Doom. That is nice. Someone's gonna pick it up soon, possibly. I mean, that's what I said earlier, right? Secret rares always have the biggest undercuts. I mean, even looking here, right? Like that's undercut by 150, 200 gems, then like another 100. That's obviously less, but obviously that's an extremely good comic. And I'm trying to find some like budget ones too. First appearance of I was gonna say Bishop Cable. Floor price 209. And I do think, I'm not buying like 50 cables or anything like that, but I do think people that are comic book fans, especially people like me that are just, they like the old X-Men cartoons from the 90s, like any character that has made an appearance or is a significant character or anything like that in that show, someone might run around and then just buy the commons of each one, right? They're not going to stack a bunch, but they're like, yeah, I would like to have a common of each, whatever. That's why I have like a few Jubilees. I have a few, I think I have a few cables, not too many. I think I have like 4 total. I don't think I have any of these, but I might buy a couple of these at some point. But these are all comics that are part of the merge, right? That I do think like they could dip down a bit further. But it's really hard to say no to like literally $2 comics, right? 2 gem comics. It's really hard to say no to that. What are some other going ones? This one. I mean, this one was not too long ago. But I do think we could wait a bit longer on this. Yeah, this one's going down to like below 5. It's a pretty big price undercuts. Like 546. This one's just straight up undercut by like 10%. This is still going down. What's Miles doing? I still want to buy this freaking cover. I'm gonna wait because again, post merge. But dude, Ultimate Fallout #4 rare cover. That is the by far and away the best looking cover for rares on the app. And yeah, $100 or 100 gems, whatever, 98 gems. I do think it's a sweet looking cover, and I do want to get one. I think it's the best looking one. Just gonna wait a little bit longer. I'm gonna wait till again post merge. That's my plan, but I think a lot of people are gonna wait post merge. What are some other good comics, dude? What is this song? Not a fan of it. Buried Slider. Cable's a good FA for 2 gems. Gambit is another one. Yes, sir. Guri Singh. What's up, dude? Hi from the Bay Area. Yay, area. Like that. Let's see here. Yeah, where the hell's Gambit? I was just looking at him. Where's Gambito? There he is. How much is the common? I think it's like 4 gems. Yeah, I don't. Gambit is not a two gem comic, but he's kind of making his way there. But this is post. I don't know. I don't know. That's just like the topic of the last hour. It's just like pre and post KYC. This is a post KYC comic, so it's probably not going to get affected too much by the merge. But again, people might sell other comics or collectibles and then buy Gambits, potentially. Kind of like that. This actually, now that I look at it, like this color looks really nice. I like his, like everything is like muted gray, but like his purple and blues like really stand out in the uncommon. I actually really like that. How much is the rare going for? Rare is going for damn near box. This is going for 18. I kid you not, I was this close to buying, just like, you know what, just screw it, I'm just gonna buy this for 18. The ultra rare Gambits. But I don't think I've shown you guys this. I do own this. And this is legitimately the only time I've actually bought a specific mint. And will it bite me in the ass? Maybe, but I think a long-term hold. This is the only time I've actually like positioned myself to buy a Gambit, like one of one. And so this is edition 777. I don't know if you can see that. Whoop, I'm doing the opposite direction. So 777 Gambit. There's only, 12,000 of these or whatever. I just wanted 7 because that's lucky. 777. He plays cards, gambling, all that stuff. So that was the only like literally I'm like outside of like what 266 or like 1963. Like that was the only like mint numbers I could think of. But I'm like, wait, what about 777? That's like another mint number. So I actually I bought this. I paid $100 for this one. Probably too much, but I do think Gambit does have a big enough of like a niche following that like someone's eventually is going to pay more than $100 for that specific mint at some point. So that's the only time I've like, and you guys know me, maybe you guys don't know me, but like I couldn't give less of a shit about mint numbers, but that's the only time. I think it's probably because it's X-Men. And I do think like X-Men do kind of bring out like a collector part of me where it's like, all right, I'm willing to spend a little bit extra to actually like chase mint numbers and stuff like that. But I feel like that mint number just like makes sense for Gambit. Where's some of the other ones here? Like some other ones I was like kind of keeping a close eye on for the card he's throwing is a 7. Yeah, I haven't really looked that closely. Oh, which one? Open image and new. What the hell? I mean to save image, but I guess this will work. Just open this. Is he throwing a 7? That's true. It is a 7 right there. Let me hide this. You guys can see that, right? Very bottom left. He is throwing a 7. He's throwing a king of. I mean, if someone has that, I mean, it's not really a mint number, but it's like a 3 and a 7. What is that? It looks like a king. Oh, it's a king of hearts. You can barely see it, but along the edge there's hearts right around the edge. So it's the king of hearts, 3 of diamonds, 7 of clubs. It's pretty cool. Trying to see if there's any other cards anywhere else, but I think that's it. So what would that be numerically, technically? Because the king is a what? A 10. It's 13, right? Technically, numerically, like 13. So if someone got mint number what? 7133, or is that intentional? 13 is king, so it's 1337, which spells leet, which is like a kind of a meme number in like gamer culture. Was that intentional? I know I'm like going way off the deep end when it comes to like theory crafting here, but dude, I think because the king is the 13, like numerically, it goes 10, then jack, then queen, then king. And there's a 3 and then a 7. Is that intentional? You guys think so? Maybe I'm reaching here. I feel like I'm reaching a bit. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like 13, you know, 1337, which spells leet, or people used to say it this way in like gamer terms, like leet, because that's kind of what it was meant to spell, roughly. That's a cool mint for him. I think so. A is 13. I thought. So we said, okay, but this is how it works in my mind. So A, or not A, 1 through 10, that's 1 through 10. Then jack is 11, queen is 12, king is 13, and then I guess I thought ace was 12. Unless you go ace is low, then what is it, ace 0? I don't know. So it goes like 10. Yeah, it goes 10, then jack 11, queen 12, king 13. I don't know. Well, it could be. Well, it could be. Could be. Let's try something just for shit. We have to check everyone, don't we? It's like let's just check for shits and gigs. Nah, not here. Not here either. I'm looking up for 1337 just to see which of any are for sale. Not here either. Did I already check this? Not here. I mean, someone's probably just holding it. Either they don't realize or they don't care or whatever. Dude, if it was a secret rare, I'm like, dude, what the hell? That's nuts. I probably would have bought it. If it was like around 100 or like... I probably would have bought it if it said leet. J is 11, queen is 12, 52 cards divided by 4. Yeah, it's 12. So what is... Oh, ace is 1. Right? So ace, because there's no 1. There's just 2. Ace is 1. Then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5, whatever. Suits. I love poker. All I care about is poker. I'm learning a lot about you. Tucson Collectibles. But yeah, if you say it's 12... I don't know. I feel like ace is 1. And then king is the top. 12. 13, lead is very seldom on sale. They get sniped and locked. Yeah. I know a guy that snipes those and always buys them. A is equal to 1. Ace is 1 and 13. Okay. We're talking poker, or are we just talking just like numeric cards? Like, is there a difference? No, king is not the top. I thought it was ace. I knew ace was the top. I know ace is top. But I just thought if you're counting... So how's ace 1 and 13? I want to play you. I'm like, pocket kings, I win. That beats everything. You're like, nah. I don't know why I'm laughing. Like, I want to play you. What about this one? America Chavez. thought ace was 1 and 11. I think that's blackjack. That's not poker. See, ace can mean different things based on the cards you play, right? This is only 350. To be honest, I really thought this one would be like $2. Ooh, that's a cool cover too. I actually forgot to mention that. The uncommon of that. I think I have that uncommon cover. But this is a really cool cover. I actually do like this one. It's weird. I click on open image in new tab and it just like saves it. I don't know why, but this is definitely a cool cover. Bullseye, Doc Ock, Red Skull, Loki, Doctor Doom, and Magneto, like all in the same picture. It's really, really cool. So is that, I'm trying to think who's okay. So what is it? So I'm trying to think like what is their counterparts, right? Or like what are the bad guys? So Magneto is X-Men, Doctor Doom is Fantastic Four, Loki's Thor, Red Skull's Captain America, Doc Ock is obviously Spider-Man, then I guess Bullseye is just Daredevil. I don't know if there's any kind of connection there. I'm just drawing weird parallels at this point. Oh boy, that's blackjack, right? Blackjack is aces are 1 or 11. Oh boy, comics. What else? What else can we look at? What are the comics? Let's check out NYX number 3. I remember I was kind of big on this for a while. I bought a few of these, not too many. It's actually holding decently well. It's like just shy of 6 gems. This is same thing. It's like at 6 gems. It's actually holding their value decently well. Really is. Good night, guys. Vibes. It was nice seeing you again tonight. Yeah, I'm gonna have to hop off here like soon. I've been streaming a little bit longer than I thought. Yeah, I feel like Tucson Collectibles would just love to play all of us in like poker and or blackjack. Just take all of our money. I can see it. What else? I have a real low mint SR of NYX. Hell yeah, dude. That's awesome. NYX, I do like, I really like the cover. I like the like watercolor of it. It really gives me like Matrix, or if any of you guys played like Metal Gear Solid like on PlayStation 1, I really get those vibes where it's just like very watercolor washed theme for the most part. I'm playing right now. That doesn't surprise me. Let's see what else. I think I was kind of looking at New Mutants. I know it's one of like the older comics, but at the same time, wow. This is another one I was looking at. First appearance of Deadpool. Below box. It's below retail right now. This was one I kept an eye on. I'm like, wow. New Mutants is just like straight out below retail, huh? Interesting. I mean, it does have a lot of mint numbers, don't get me wrong. I mean, nowadays. Because I think this one's 60,000, I believe. I believe that one was 60,000. Sold on my NYX for 12 and 13. Let's go. Now you can double up if you wanted to. What if 101 Spider Girl is a good one for speculation? What if? Okay, I remember that's the one Mike Collectibles talked about, how she might make an appearance in some multiverse stuff in the future. Could happen, especially since it seems like they were ready to kind of retire Tom Holland as Spider-Man, and like Miles Morales is going to take over, but now this whole multiverse thing. A lot of stuff going on. That cover is censored. NYX. Oh, like on the legs, I guess. Or maybe that's just like the way the watermark is. I don't know. This one looks a bit weird. Like this one just looks weird because of like her nose. She looks like those like weird, I don't know, you guys have seen those like online influencers or like women that put like a shit ton of makeup like on or around their nose to like make it look a certain way. Like this one just, the nose just like looks a bit off for me. All right, couple more and then I'm gonna hop off. Exeki Speak, what's up, dude? Vibes, what's up? Congrats on passing your second test, which is by far the hardest one. I heard the third one's actually the easiest, so I'm excited to be over and done with. What's some other ones we're looking at? First appearance of Wanda Maximoff, Scarlet Witch, and her brother Quicksilver. So it's a double FA. Let's go. Down to 850. The uncommon cover. I remember people were going nuts for this uncommon cover because of WandaVision and all that stuff. And people were like, wait, Wanda is on the cover of this comic. And people were like, holy shit, you're right. I remember people were going nuts for this. I mean, it's like the same price as the rare. This is going for 20. This is going for 18 or well, I guess less now, 16. But still, like these two were the same price for a while. This is a good comic. I do like that one. I don't think I own it yet. That's another comic that's like post merge. I do think will get cheaper. This is the What If. This is what was it 105 or no 101 Spider Girl? Was this it or is this something different? I thought it was this What If 101 or 105. Wait, let's see. Comics. The hell? There it is. What If? It's probably down here. What If? 1. Okay, maybe you meant 105. Because I think these are only two What Ifs we have was 105 and 1. Yeah, so Spider Girl. I mean, this. I assume this is the one you meant. Floor right now is 348 for, I'm assuming, the common. Yeah, 348 for the common. It's the uncommon going for. Yeah. Ooh, 5 gems. Kind of cool. I do like the secret rare. I like this like action pose of her like kicking or like falling on top of someone. That one does look really cool. Oof. Yeah, I picked up an ultra rare of the New Mutants 98. That for $40 last month. Let's go. Great seeing you alive again, Vibes. Let's go. What's up, William Peartree? Yeah, it's been a minute. That's it, 105. Yeah, I mean, that's a cool looking one. I like the look of the secret rare a lot. Like I said, like her kicking and stuff. I think I own one of those. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. Don't know off the top of my head. But I would say, you know, of course, not for an Troll Wars, but some good buys right now. Or maybe you just wait post-merge, whatever the hell you want to do. I really like Deadpool. I mean, we saw Deadpool. There was one common going for 6 gems. First appearance Deadpool going for 6 gems. And then let's look at Ghost Rider. I know this one's cheap. A little upset because I bought like, I think I bought like 8, 10, maybe 12 like comments of this when it was at like 30 gems. I mean, it's not terrible that it's only down 66%, but I do like that comic. Some other first appearances that I think are pretty good. Is this the one we already looked at? No, this was first appearance of Black Knight. Black Knight. This is, I mean, there's literally a show going to come out of this soon. I don't think it's going to affect the price on VeVe, but just in general. I do think this is probably one of the best looking, it's debatable whether like I don't think the ultra rare looks that different. Like literally all the ultra rare does is like light up the title and there's like a little bit of more blue around the sword. But I do think that this is alongside Ultimate Fallout. This is probably one of the best looking rare covers that we have. I just like the white, the red, and the green. And of course like just the aesthetic. I really like the look of it. Like some of the stuff I would legitimately buy just to put up in like my VV first wall and just have it be like art. Like there's, to be quite frank, like there's a lot of like comic book art that I'd rather have up as like a poster than I would as like other posters from like independent artists and stuff. Like that's just me. There's some other good ones. All right, we're gonna look at like 2 more. Then I'm gonna hop off. You guys have been awesome. It's nice to be back. I do want to make videos and stuff again, but I think I got 2 more weeks of studying, and then after that I think I got like 2 to 3 more weeks of training, so it's gonna be like into 2023. And then even then when I start my job, like I'm trying to get my head around it, so that's gonna take me some time. But what about this one, Adam Warlock? So this was the first appearance of Adam Warlock, which I think there is a movie coming out about him, right? Or maybe it's the Guardians of the Galaxy. But this is a 10,000, this is only a 10K comic, I remember. So the common is going for 8, uncommon is going for 9. This is the first appearance of, no, this has Adam Warlock in it, but it's the first appearance of Garona. So I got that backwards. FA Luke Cage is good too. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of good ones that you could buy, but honestly, I do think my plan is, if anything was released pre-KYC, I'm gonna hold off on it until the merge. But if there are some things that are like a really good deal that are post-KYC, like, you know, Gambit or whatever, I might buy like sooner rather than later, but we'll see. Because I do think a lot of stuff is gonna get consolidated, a lot of stuff is gonna get floored. We'll see. What was it? I saw someone said Hit Monkey. I'm trying to find Hit Monkey on here. I guess I could just go to the store, comics. Oh, damn, I did House of M. Hit Monkey. Hit Monkey! What's he doing? Dude, I remember this one was crazy too. This one was one of the first like 10K edition comics. I don't know if it was the very first one, but it was definitely one of the first. And I remember people were going pretty nuts about this one too. This one was like towards the middle or the bottom of that like really big up curve that was happening on VeVe. I mean, you can grab a first appearance of Hit Monkey. Grab a common for 10. Uncommon for 17. Just gonna go down the list here. 27 for the rare. 60 for the ultra rare. What's the secret rare going for? 200. Dude, look at those. Holy moly, look at those gaps. This is what I mean. Like, you guys looking at this? Gamora? Gorona? Did I say Gorona? Gorona? Gorona is from World of Warcraft, I believe. And then Gamora is from Marvel. Regardless, dude, look at these floors. 60,000, no, 6,000, 5,000, jumps down like 44,000, so it's 1,200, 900, then jumps down 580, 480, then jumps down another. It's like it goes half, 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 half. It just keeps going half. So yeah, this looks like it's the floor is like 200, but it's just crazy to see how fast this thing just moves. It's too funny. Hit Monkey is just too good. People just don't realize how good it is. I know a guy that might sell all of his uncommon AF-15s. And I heard he might buy all the Hit Monkeys. Could happen. Anything could happen. What's Amazing Spider-Man 130? What's Hammerhead? Hammerhead, Spider Buggy. What's this doing? 800. Interesting. That's very few for sale. I think it showed 13 or 11. Yeah, there's only 11 for sale. That's hardly anything. That's probably got to be one of the rarest comics for sale outside of like 252. Those floors are crazy thin. Yeah, dude, it's nuts. They should not be that thin, but they are. That's like thin floors. But I mean, don't get excited and be like, oh, I'm gonna buy it all the way up to like 200, and then like now the floor is 400. I'm just gonna relist it. Like I don't know. Clearly there's no buying pressure, which is why it has those thin floors. What's one more? Another one that's kind of surprised me is this like West Coast Adventures. Like I have no idea why, but the like this is actually like kind of holding value. Maybe I'm Maybe it's because this had how many mints did this have? 10,000. Okay, that's probably why it's holding its value like decently well. So I'm like, dude, why is like, I'm like, dude, this comic should be like $2. Like, why is it so like, why is it like above 3? I think it's because it only has 10,000 mints. What is, okay, one more. I know I said 2 more like 5 comics ago, but I'm enjoying myself. But as fast as it goes up, it will get undercut in 5. Exactly. Like you buy that, you list yours for, you know, people are going to see the floor is now like, oh, 410 because you undercut the lowest price by 10, but then someone's going to show up and undercut you by 380. And then next thing you know, it's going to go right back down to 200. What about not brand Ech? I've been meaning to buy the uncommon of that. Not uncommon, the ultra rare, because I think it's freaking hilarious. Yeah, dude, the ultra rare is hilarious. Below box, like there's one below box right now. For Bushman. I heard this was supposed to be a meme on like some DC comics or characters or whatever. $35. Again, I'm gonna wait until post merge, but I think if I can get this for, it's just crazy to think that this is going for like more than Gambit. Because how many of these were there? Let's show more. 10,000 mints. Gambit, I think, had 20,000, if I remember correctly. So this is going for, yeah, because Gambit, like we saw, it was going for 18 gems in ultra rare. So I think I could pick this up for like, if I can get it between like 20 and 25, like around that region, like I'll pick one up just for the meme. But there are some other comics I'm kind of keeping a close eye on. Tales of Suspense 52. All right, it's gonna take me a minute to find that, or rather just do it this way. That's the first appearance of 52. I've been trying to like quiz myself on like Tales of Suspense. I don't want to look at the cover. 52. That's the one I think has Red Dynamo on it. But it's the first appearance of Black Widow, right? Let's go, dude. See, I wasn't looking at the cover. Crimson, not red. What did I say? I said something Dynamo. I said like Red Dynamo. I think it was Crimson Dynamo. So he's on the cover, but it's the first appearance of Black Widow. This is how you know, like I've been spending a lot of time just, I didn't know a tenth of this shit a year ago. I was like, oh, comics, cool. Oh, that's a big comic. I buy, I sell. But after just being around comics and just like looking at it for so long and listening to other content creators and stuff, like I feel like I do a decent job like memorizing the FAs off the top of my head. Especially if I look at the covers, usually I can kind of figure it out. I didn't even look. I didn't even look at it. I just like, oh yeah, I guessed it right. Screw you guys. We should probably actually look at the pricing. Tales of Suspense. I do like this cover though. Like I like the Crimson Dynamo guy. All right, listings. Floor is 6 right now. I think it'd still go lower. I do like these different cover ones, because this isn't straight up a black and white of this. I don't know why, but I wouldn't say I don't know why, but these VEVE ones were like the ultra, like the rare is technically like the uncommon. Like VEVE would have done this stuff a bit different. Like these would be swapped. Tales of Suspense. This one does look pretty cool. This one does give me the pointing Iron Man vibes for the first appearance of Kang. That one does remind me of that, where he's like pointing. I don't know why, but I like the pointing comics. Maybe that's my shtick. Maybe that's like my collectible thing. Like if the character is pointing, I buy it. It's kind of like someone, like if someone's like chewing bubble gum. I heard that's like a comic thing. If someone's like chewing bubble gum like on the cover, some people will just buy it just because for whatever reason. Maybe that's my thing, is like if there's a character pointing on the cover, like I gotta buy it. Like it's kind of giving me this vibe. Let's see. Where's my Kang? There it is. See, Iron Man's pointing. Gotta buy it. If the guy's pointing, the guy's pointing a gun, I gotta buy it. I forgot I had this. Secret Rare Avengers 4. Got it on drop. List price. It's going for 200. This was going for like 480 something at one point. Prestranak 88. Doom SR going for 770. Yeah, we saw it earlier, and it's probably still there. I'm sure someone's gonna scoop it up eventually. I don't think I can afford it. Even if I could, I think I'd still wait. That'd be like all of my gems. All right, last one. Once I start yawning, I'm like, okay, now it's getting to that point. One more. Execu Speak. Is there one you want me to look up besides Kang that I just looked at? Or Execu Speak's chilling in here. Oof. I think I know someone that's stacking a shit ton of these commons. Web of Spider-Man. First appearance of Scarlet Spider. It's the first appearance. Ooh, Ben Riley. First appearance of Ben Riley. Okay. I think one of the Palace guys is stacking like an absurd amount of these. I'm trying to remember who, but Ben Riley, obviously not as popular as Peter Parker, and probably still not as popular as Miles Morales, but he's up there. Ben Riley. Cool character. Ooh. Nice. Didn't realize BR was in that one too. Ben Riley. Yeah, Ben Riley was that comic. Yeah, I didn't know that either. I mean, I knew it. It's something I forget until I see it. And I forgot. What else? Okay, one more. What's a good sneaky comic we can pick up or just like look at? It's one that's like secretly low priced. Sleeper. I think so far the biggest sleeper we've seen is Deadpool. By far and away. Like, I don't know if you guys saw this earlier. I mean, I know I just showed this like 10 minutes ago. What the hell is it? Is it up here? I don't know. Anyway, there was a Deadpool listing for 6 gems, the common, like literally below box price. Worst comic ever is that Iron Man 118. Bell bottom pants just kill me. What? Iron Man 118. Now you got me curious. Inhumans, Iron Fist, Iron Man. 118. Oh, this one? Yeah, that's funny. This is the first appearance of James Rhodey. James Rhodey Rhodes. That's funny. Yeah, those bell-bottom pants. You could definitely tell that this was released in 1968. Vibes, what's good, my AZ homie? What's up, Scalper? I was just about to head off, unfortunately. Like here soon, because I've been streaming for, I think, pushing almost 3 hours at this point. But yeah, this one's interesting. So the floor price is $4 or 4 gems with a common, if I had to guess. 450, so that means the uncommon's at 4. This cover looks all right. Not a huge fan of this one. This is screaming 1960s. Just those outfits. Terrible SR as well. Yeah, I'm not a... Vision is good. Yeah, I agree. Vision is good. Is it a sleeper though? Like, what's the price of it? I'd say if it's below box, it's sleeper. Yeah, I think that's a good one to pick up too. Vision is big. That's a good pick, Slider. You're a big dude, my G. Thanks. You're a big dude. Is this one? Well, there was one where everyone's like prehistoric, like Avengers or something like that. Didn't we get that, or am I imagining that? I think there is like a prehistoric Avengers or something. Iron Man issue is like 1984. That one? I don't know why it said issued at 1968. Love the music. Thanks for creating the space. I have been looking for comic deals too. There's a lot of them. I will say this, just, you know, of course, not financial advice, but in any comics released before KYC, I do think they will get cheaper because those comics are on various accounts and stuff like that. People have been running multiple accounts. I've been running multiple accounts for a long time until I couldn't, until KYC. So, but any comics that have dropped after KYC, I do think are relatively safe, and if anything might go up in price a tiny bit, because once people sell other comics, collectibles, or once they start consolidating their gems, they might buy some of the newer stuff. Who knows? Not entirely sure. And of course, last but not least, I don't think, it's the 1968 Iron Man series. Yeah. Last but not least, I think this is a good one too. I know Max Collectibles loves this comic. First appearance of Kingpin. One of the most iconic Spider-Man stories, Spider-Man No More, featuring the first appearance of Wilson Fisk, the Kingpin. Almost box. It's almost retail value. It's a super, super cool secret rare cover too. Only 9. Going for 300. Really? Look at those floors. And this is how you can tell like it's a good cover, because like all the they're all undercut each other like respectfully. It's not like massive undercuts. It's not like 900, 400, you know. It's not like 900, 450, 400, and it goes like 280, 220. Like that's a good comic cover. 300. But this is also a pre-KYC one, so I do think, I'm not sure about the secret rares, but I do think maybe the commons and uncommons could get a bit cheaper. It's such a cool cover. I need to freaking get one of these. Bought a bunch of Maleficent for $6 because only around 2,000 were minted and the rest will be burned soon. You think so, huh? Disney may not burn. The only ones that we know for sure is Marvel, because there was comics and collectibles, right? I mean, I can actually pull up what VV said. We don't know for certain. I mean, if you had to speculate, it's not a bad speculation because it's Disney owns Marvel, but let's see. Let's show this one thing. Here it is. Let's go. Because this is the burn notice that they gave us. You guys haven't seen it. Shit, dude. I need to like. It's kind of hard to read. Dude, I need to like move myself to the other side. Let's try this. I feel like I'm like always in the way. There we go. Throw myself over here. Good enough. Community update this week, blah, blah, blah. Any unsold supply of Marvel collectibles and comics. So it's so far only Marvel that they've announced. That's what Milner, Mr. Fantastic, Doc Ock, Alpha Flight 106, Unbeatable Squirrel Girl #1. And that's it. Future burns will be at the discretion of Marvel, with similarly short notice for collectibles and no notice on comics. So comics have 0 notice on comics. So if there's a comic that hasn't sold out on VV, release a Marvel comic. At any point, they could just burn the rest. Is it a week, 2 weeks, 2 months, 3 months? No one knows, but whenever they want to burn stuff, they can. I assume they probably get people. I would assume, I have no idea, but I would assume like the earliest they would do is like 2 weeks. Because like some comics do take a tiny bit of time to start getting bought up, and some people still buy certain comics even after the fact, like a week later or something like that. But We'll see. That cover is epic. It is a cool cover. The one that we looked at, the first appearance of Kingpin. I'm assuming that's the one you meant. Yeah, it's a super cool cover. Okay. Yeah, Disney owned Marvel. Yeah, I mean, it's a good spec play. I mean, maybe it could happen. Maybe Tucson. Smash that like. Disney works with weird time periods. Yeah, true. But I say it's if you're trying to speculate on like a burn, you know, I would argue like Disney or Star Wars are probably like decent spots to start. It's not like you're buying like DC or like a random independent artist collectible. Like it's been no confirm of burns yet. All right, I'm gonna end it here because if I don't, I'm just gonna keep going and going and going and going. Not that it's like a bad thing, but so I'm gonna go back to here because it lights up my face a bit more. Appreciate you guys stopping by. Tucson Collectibles, Pasternak, Slider, all you guys. Your local scalper, Execu Speak. I appreciate you guys stopping by. All the Disney stuff is sold. I don't think so. Artworks, comics. There was a spot that said, could have sworn there was a spot that said like almost sold or like something like that, but I could have sworn the indie art is gold. Have a great night, vibes. Thanks. Drops. I can't organize this by Disney, huh? Could have sworn there's one. Did this not sell out? Yeah, you can still buy these. I think this is like one of the only Disney drops that hasn't sold out. Disney villains. I think that's it. There's definitely a couple Marvel stuff. I know you can still buy this. Still buy Labyrinth. Come on, I know you guys. I do think Goblin Knight does look pretty cool. How much is he going for? I hate how like if it doesn't sell out, it just tells you to view details instead of like actually looking at it. I just like the way the knight looks. Solid, not sold. Thanks, bro. Love your channel. I appreciate it, guys. I do want to make more content. Again, just work has been extremely busy. I've been studying for like 2 months for my licensing, and I'm at the very tail end of it, but I have like another month of like licensing, then training, and then some other stuff, but that's pretty much it. So appreciate it. Hope you guys take care.